Hey, how's it going, man?
Good. How's it going with you?
Oh, okay. Just everything on the stream broke all at once, apparently, so I had to fix things.
Oh God.
But I believe it's working. It was like
Alright.
those old time Japanese movies where they translate it to English, but they forget to like sync it up with the mouth. It's like we must
Like
stop
the old
Godzilla
movies. Yeah.
now. But the mouth is like still moving.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a game to watch, right?
Yes, we do.
All right, let me pull this open now. What I've found is that if I try to Skype screen share and we watch a YouTube video while streaming, sometimes the internet just explodes. But we're going to try it. And if it doesn't explode, it'll be A-okay. Everything will be all hunky-dory. If it
Alright.
does explode, then we're going to have to like synchronize our watches and watch that way.
All right.
Make sense?
Yep.
I'm going to do this. And here, stream, if you want to watch along at home. Because there's like 5 people watching right now. There's the link. As long as this guy doesn't mind. If he minds, delete that link. Don't click it. Don't
Nope,
give him
that's
views.
not mine.
All right, good. All right, so you're playing your Fabrizi game, right? Even though you changed your name to something completely different and confused the shit out of me.
Yes, I am. I changed my league name again. Actually.
All right, good. Good. But so you're the Amumu here, right?
Correct.
Okay, so what I like to do is kind of go over what we did in our lesson, like talk about, okay, what do you notice in the loading screen? What does your team comp want to do? What does their team comp want to do? How are you going to mess up their plan? How are they going to mess up your plan? That kind of thing. And then figure out a plan. And I want to see you do it right now, and then I want to see if you do it in the actual video. So is that cool?
That is cool.
All right, and let's try to do it fast, too. That's one thing I've been working on with people, because they're like, okay, well, this guy wants, and then like an hour later they have it, but you know, an hour later the game's done. so
Yeah.
all right, start with their team. Tell me what they want to do.
Their team is. It's not fully loaded in for me.
Let me screen share too. That might help.
Alright, this is a little bit ago, so
Yeah,
I don't fully remember the start of this game.
no worries. I'm screen sharing. Let me know if you can see the things.
Their team is, I mean, from what I can gather, is just going to be Shen and Nautilus pretty much protecting their 3 ranged carries. For the most part, Kindred's
Yeah.
probably going to dive in, try to blow someone up in ult, but for the most
I mean,
part, Lux
maybe.
and Trist are going to... Yeah, Lux and Trist are going to be, like, a shit ton of the damage now.
Yeah, they're looking for a
that's-
standard 5-man
yeah.
team fight. I'm thinking. What can
Yeah.
Shen do?
Shen has his ult to stop picks, and Stat Taunt is really goddamn annoying. And his AoE. He has everything for PO, honestly.
What else can his ult do? What else can his teleport do? What's another option for them?
It allows him to split push easy.
Yeah.
Shen anyway.
That's what I'm looking for. So they have a split pusher.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pause this game and go back to the loading screen so we can keep talking about that. Because
Alright.
this is important. This is good stuff. So you're thinking, well, what do they want to do early game? What do they want to do mid game? What do they want to do late game? Walk me through it.
Early game, it's gonna be Tristana trying to, get into late game Tristana being an absolute bitch.
Let me rephrase. Try to do it quick, remember, because you only have like
Yeah.
30 seconds. Are they
So-
strong early game?
Strong early game? No, not really.
No, not really.
No.
When do they
They'll
start
get-
getting strong?
They start getting strong probably around I don't know, the halfway point. They start picking up steam. Lux starts to pick up. Kindred probably will get a few stacks.
So
and
when you
then
say
Tristana.
halfway, what do you mean?
Probably around the 15-minute-ish mark. I
Why
assume.
15 minutes? I'm trying to get at a specific thing. That's why I'm asking.
I'm not really sure. That's when they all have their ults and stuff.
Yeah, like they all get
That's when
really.
Shen. Yeah, that's when
really
Shen
str-
has his global TP. That's on I forget his ult cooldown, but short.
A Nautilus can pick anybody. Tristana actually gets kill potential. Lux can just do whatever the hell she wants from halfway across the map. Kindred has a get out of ganks free card.
Yep.
Also, the way they changed Kindred recently, I'm not sure what patch this is. 6.13, so the current one. But she's not like an early game terror anymore.
No. They butchered her early game.
Yeah,
Her late game is still strong as hell though.
yeah, she is now a late game hyper carry out of the jungle. Her early game doesn't work because they got rid of the heal, which was the thing that made her so toxic and shitty to play against. Because you couldn't catch her, and she's just healing for 100 health every few seconds. It was tough. And the Falcon Wrath is saying I have delay on my thing. I don't believe you. You're messing with me, man. You're messing with me. There's no delay. I'm looking at the thing and it's not there, but he's saying there is. So if I send you a video and I'm talking and it's that Japanese thing, I apologize. 'Cause I don't know how else to fix it. Sorry, I don't know if he's trolling me either.
Oh, it all seems good on my end through Skype, so.
All right, cool. Well, as long as you can hear me and it's fine, I think it's okay. But
Yeah.
this is not the best if that's the case. Okay, so I like what you said there. So alts onward, they are strong. Cool. Anything else? What else do you notice?
Besides their ults, they have a crap ton of peel. So it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be hard for me to team fight against them, mostly because of Kindred.
Why? Because of Kindred.
Because her ult just absolutely kills my ult pretty much. I try to kill people in the span of my ult, and if she like times it right, she can completely stop like everything I'm trying to do.
Okay, so that's fine, but we'll talk about your team in a second. Like
Okay,
again,
yeah.
just talk about their team.
Their team.
So I'm looking for two more things real quick. One of them is what type of damage are they going to do? Who's going to do it? And the other one is like summoner spells. So walk me through those.
Most of their damage, I'm pretty sure, is just going to be coming from AD, which is Tristan and Kindred in the late game anyway. Mid game would probably be Lux doing a lot of damage, I guess.
Lux has a little damage, but what is all of her damage? What's special about it?
It's all magic.
It's all magic, yeah, but
and skill shot based.
Skill shots, yes.
Yeah.
Lux, so she'll have magic damage, but it's all skill shots. So if you're good, you can just dodge it all, right?
Yeah, I was banking on that. You're gonna see in the video. I didn't have much MR at one point and lost me the game.
Okay, got it. But
not to give out spoilers.
But Shen and Nautilus, probably not going to do that much damage. They're
No.
more tanky. Shen, if he has enough time, yeah, he can whittle you down, but it's going to take like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, so probably not worried about them. Also, since you're playing Amumu, it's actually a pretty good pick into these two guys.
Yeah,
Why?
because they don't really do a whole lot of damage, and I just tank shred really easily.
Yeah,
So
because of your W, right? The percent health.
yeah, as long as I'm generally anywhere near them, they're just gonna slowly die.
Okay, so what did they want to do? How are they going to win the game?
Basically just peeling for the other three. Nautilus and Shen peeling for Tristana, Kindred, Lux.
So if I were them, let me give you an idea of what I'm phrasing.
And
All the stuff we talked about,
team.
but farm early till 6 or so, the power spikes.
Yep.
Then group and siege.
Mhm.
Why am I saying siege?
Tristana
Yeah, Tristana takes towers insanely fast.
and Lux has wave clear.
Lux has
Like,
wave clear and poke. And then if you guys try to jump on them, what else do they have?
Shed Nautilus.
Shed
And
Nautilus
Kindred
and
ult.
Kindred to disengage, and Lux to peel with all her CC, and she has shields and shit.
Tristana
Nautilus has
has
shields.
ult for disengage.
Tristana can ult, she can jump away. Like they have a really safe comp that can take towers fast. They also have a nice pick potential. Because like Lux bind into Nautilus, his full combo is like 4 seconds of CC if you play it right.
Yeah.
With his ult into an anchor, into the E, so you get 2 bubbles, into an auto tech, which also stuns. You have all that going on, and then Shen is probably going to be ulting somebody and taunting in. So they want to like group and siege, and then Shen can just do whatever he wants, because if he's good, he'll just click R whenever the team fight actually starts.
Yeah.
So that's probably what they want to do. Shen will split, So that's pretty much their team. Now, let's talk about your team. I'm going to move it up so everybody in the stream can see.
All right.
What's up? We got some people watching already. Nice. Good to see you guys. Have some new faces in the stream that have been checking us out. All right, so tell me about your team. Oh, wait. I forgot. What about the summoner spells? Why is it important to look at these?
It shows you what they have. I mean, they have double heal, which is really annoying.
Double heal, which is annoying.
And
Why
Shen
is
basically has 2 TPs.
why is the heal there annoying? Like on Lux?
Gives her movement speed to get away easier and, just heal.
Yeah, she has extra heal.
Yeah,
So,
it's just basically self-peel, I guess.
but why do I care about that? What does that tell me about how Lux is probably going to play?
I don't know.
Well, is she
not
looking
sure
for
there.
kills against Azir?
Oh, no.
No, because she has heal, right? She's not taking
Just
Ignite.
save.
She's not
Yeah.
taking Exhaust or anything. She's taking heal. So if you're trying to gank Lux, is it going to be easy or hard if she's not playing aggressive?
If she's not past the midway point, it's going to be hard. So if she's not pushing into tower, so yeah, it's gonna be hard like 90% of the time.
Yep. So I'm saying like that might not be the best lane to gank. What
Yeah.
about bot lane? What do you notice about bot lane?
They have an escape and Nautilus peel, and yeah, it's also gonna be pretty hard to gank, I feel.
Maybe. Look at the summoner spells though. What do these tell you?
Um,
What are the summoner spells like? Supports take.
they usually either take flash exhaust or flash ignite.
Okay. What does it mean if they
So-
take flash ignite versus flash exhaust?
Flash ignite, they're gonna be really aggressive. Flash exhaust
Yes.
is generally safer.
So this entire team is going to play like complete pansies early, is what I'm seeing.
Yeah,
What about Shen? You know, he has teleport, right?
he has teleport, but he has flash in his other thing. He can easily get away as well.
Yeah, and you have a Vayne top lane?
Yup.
All right, so this is a nightmare lane for Shen. So everyone's going to be playing passive. Shen's going to be bodied. That means you kind of have free reign to do whatever you want. That's what I'm getting out of this, just looking at it. And Kindred, she's not that strong early game. So if everybody's playing passive and going to be farming at their tower, that opens up some possibilities to you, is what I'm saying.
All right.
All right, so let's do the exact same thing for your team. And again, try to do it faster, because right now we're like 10 minutes in.
So basically, our comp early game is we're probably going to be trying to farm up as well.
Yep.
Azir's not strong early. Lucian and Vayne are both ADCs that scale really well in the late game. And then Braum and Amumu is just really good team fight potential as well. So we're kind of both trying to do the same thing, in a sense.
Good team fight potential after when?
6.
After 6. I would argue that with your 80 carries, you have pretty good team fight potential after 6, too. Azir, really, really strong once he gets his ultimate. Braum, really, really strong once he gets his ultimate. You, really, really strong once you get your ultimate. Vayne, really, really strong once she gets her ultimate. Lucian, depending on if he's going that goofy Korean burst build or not, he's probably really, really strong after his ultimate. So you guys also want to farm until 6.
Yep.
Okay, so what kind of damage are you mostly going to be doing?
Mostly it's going to be AD from what I'm seeing from Lucian and Vayne.
You actually have a shit ton of damage. It's AD plus AP, because like you're going to be doing damage to the tanks. Azir's going to be doing a lot of damage to everything. Vayne's got true damage. So you have a shit ton of damage. Like, that's what I'm noticing. And then you have Braum to peel and Azir ult to peel. Vayne can condemn things. So it's kind of a really goofy comp. What else do you notice about... Here, let's talk about your 3 main damage dealers, not counting you.
Azir has teleport, so he's probably not going to be playing super aggressive into Lux, unless he's like, absolutely amazing on Azir and somehow catches her, but for the most part, I don't see him doing anything super aggro in lane. He's going to be playing safe.
I'm looking for something else. Remember the last team kind of had some pick potential? And actually, let's put that. So who are they going to pick? If they could pick anybody on your team, who are they going to pick?
Probably one of the ADCs.
Yeah, or Azir, right?
And yeah, either one of those 3, honestly.
What I'm saying is squishy, 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 right?
Yeah.
And they kind of have squishies up here too, but Lux has shields, Nautilus has a ton of peel, Shen has his ult to save the day, Kindred has her ult to save the day, or their ult to save the day. You guys have a Azir wall, and if he gets picked and he's CC'd, he can't use it. So you're pretty much relying on Braum to peel, or like your ult to peel.
Yeah.
And that's weird, because even if you do that, they still might just be tanky enough with all these shields to kind of go through all that.
I actually had a couple questions I written down prior to this, and it was like when I should be trying to peel and when I should like try to go balls into their entire team as an engage, as a Amumu mostly. So
think about it this way. How far ahead are your carries? Is Vayne 10-0? Oh, I unpaused it again. Apologies. Is like Vayne 10-0, or is she 0-10?
I don't even remember this game, but for the sake of everything, let's say she's 10 now.
10-0, peel for Vayne.
All right, and then so basically,
if she's 0-10 and you have to fight because it's over Baron, or it's over an Elder Dragon, or it's over an inhibitor, just go in and do it yourself. Like if she's 0-10, she's not going to do shit. So, and yeah, she has true damage or whatever, but just go in and do the things, and hopefully your other teammates can catch up.
Okay.
Like, and that's if you have to fight. If she's 0-10, you guys are probably behind and don't want to fight. And you want to do the playing from behind stuff where you're picking people off, like 3v1s and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, hit tab, see if they're fed. You can count their items, you can count their kills, you can look at their CS. If they're fed, compared to the enemy team, peel for them.
All right.
If they're not, you got to do it yourself.
Okay.
Kind of makes sense.
Easy enough. Yeah, easy enough.
All right. What else about your team is kind of weird?
Well, double 80 carry with no TP. I know we do have one TP, but
Yeah, but
one's split pushing that much.
I mean, he could.
He can, yeah. I
He
think
actually has a pretty
impacts
impactful teleport too. So
Yeah.
he can go and deal with Shin while he's split pushing. If Shin ults in, he can teleport in. He can save the day probably. He'll probably teleport to where you guys are running away to, versus like behind them. But yeah, pretty solid.
Yeah.
What is the enemy team probably going to build a lot of? Just looking at your comp.
Armor,
Armor. So what does that tell you you can get away with?
building a bit more AP.
Yeah, just because you'll be you'll do a lot more damage. They'll probably ignore you because double 80 carry. Let's get Frozen Heart. Let's get Randuin's. Let's get Thornmail.
Yeah.
Also, what's a really really good item for you that'll also help out Azir this game?
Abyssal Scepter.
Yeah. I would say this is a must rush on you.
All right. I did not do that this game. All right.
But that's something I would see here.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. I think that's pretty good. So both teams kind of want to scale up and get to late game. How does Kindred get strong? We forgot to talk about that. What's one thing you got to worry about?
Her marks.
Her marks, right. So how do her marks work? Do you know? Or their marks? God, I don't know what pronoun to use for them.
I just use her. Her marks, basically she just marks a target and she goes to kill them, or on the minimap it'll post what jungle creep she's hunting.
Yep. How did the jungle creeps? It's RNG, kind of. How did they work? This is
like
important to know.
I think it's like the first 3 stacks. It's like Scuttler and chickens, and then after that it's I forget what it is after that, but I mostly just focus on. I think after that it's like the next like 2 or 3 are all the other ones besides the buffs.
Here, let's look at it real quick. Because
Yeah,
they
I don't
change it
remember
all the
that.
time. I think it's 1 to 2 is the Scuttle and chickens. After that, it opens up. So let's see. Yeah, 1 to 2 Rift Scuttle are the chickens. 3 to 4 is Krug, Razorbeak, Gromp, or Merkwolf. So the entire jungle, not Scuttle. 5 to 7 is all the epic monsters. 7 plus, Baron or Elder.
Yep. All right.
So early game, you're probably not going to be able to stop the Scuttle Crabs.
Yeah.
Like, if you see a Scuttle Crab of 800 health, you need to prioritize that because that's just free damage for her eventually.
Yep.
But you're probably going to have a hard time doing this because if she gets just lucky RNG and she's on the right side of the map when a mark spawns on Scuttle, then, whatever.
Yeah.
But what's something you can do once the 3 to 4 marks start happening?
I could ward my own jungle so we know where she is if she comes in.
Yeah, actually. Here, 1 sec. Rift gets being weird. Let me refresh it. Alright, so let's say this is your jungle down here, and let's say the mark is here. There's that mark. I'm very good at drawing the mark. What can you do?
Try to get that mark before her, ward around there.
You could just kill the mark. That's one thing you could do. What else could you do?
Ward it and try to bait, wait for her to come through, catch her out.
The other option is not killing it. What I recommend against Kindred is if you can get a mark to spawn on Krugs, do this. Like, literally just drop a pink ward right on it, and just leave it up.
Alright.
Why would I say that? You already said the right answer.
Yeah, because we'll see where she's coming to catch her out.
Yeah, so if you do something like this, and then maybe you should have like wards here anyway, probably.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see her walk in there, and then when that happens, there's a pink ward on top of it. It's literally the easiest play in the entire game. And even if she gets the mark, if you kill her, that's fine, because then you take Dragon or a tower.
Yeah.
So just something to consider when playing against Kindred. What I like to do is manipulate the mark. Like, I'll leave a specific camp up, because you can click her and you can see how many marks she has. But I'll leave, like, Gromp up, or I'll leave this up, and I'll just wait for her. And it'll be great. Because if you don't take it, like, eventually what happens is, she doesn't have any marks if your team is playing safe, and then she'll get impatient and go in there, and then it's a free kill.
Alright.
So something to try next time you see a Kindred.
Alright. Kindred always frustrates me, playing against her.
Yeah, like, Another thing you can do is when the marks spawn on Scuttle, you can just frantically spam ping, hey, a kindred mark, and then if your team just comes and she's greedy, like you just kill her because she doesn't have her ult, and she's a squishy
Right.
80 carry who got nerfed recently.
Yeah.
All right, so are you ready to start watching the actual game?
I am always ready.
All right, cool. Do you kind of know what your plan is, what your plan should be this game?
Pretty much just try to out team fight them. That was my general goal. Farm up.
Yeah,
Wait.
like your team is strongest like level 18, their team is strongest like level 18, so it's kind of like a race to see who can farm up the quickest. And we
Yeah.
said both teams are playing kind of safe. I have no idea how Vayne top is going to play. Probably get some
Yeah.
Vayne spotting points. But like this is a game where you could do that fast level 6 clear. It's a game where you could just start ganking like crazy early since the enemy team is pretty weak. But
Yeah.
but if they're playing passive and don't give you anything to work with, I don't know. All right, another thing I want to ask you as we're watching this, I got it paused again. But do you want me to look for every super duper nitty gritty thing?
It doesn't need to be too nitty gritty, but if you see something like I'm doing like horribly wrong, obviously I'd like that getting pointed out. But
All right, I
For
had
the
one
most
guy
part-
watching the Falcon Wrath, actually. He was in Bronze 4, I think, when we started, and we watched 10 minutes of a game, and that was enough to get him up to like Silver 3. So I'm just saying,
Oh,
I
wow.
can point out literally everything I see, but
yeah, if you see me like continuously doing like something like small that I should be doing, obviously like yeah,
okay,
yeah I'm here to learn.
I can do that. All right, let's watch. I'm going to turn it on double speed. Or actually, let's go 1.5, just so I can see. All right, so I'm going to see how fast you buy. That's the first thing. Pretty immediately. So, question already. Why are you buying the 3 red pots?
I've just always liked going to 3 red pots instead of investing in Hunter's Potion. It was just always how I played.
Why?
I don't know. I just hated using up the money to go into Hunter's Potion because I always liked getting that early. I remember it was like I always liked rushing right for the mask, not Torment, but the one before it, the mini mask.
Yeah, I know what
like
you're
getting
talking
that
about.
as soon as I like
Hunting
getting that as
guys.
soon as possible. Yeah,
Okay,
so I could get the ganks in. I didn't want to like divert any of my gold away from that.
So again, why are you getting the 3 pots instead of just the refillable? Like I heard everything you just said, but that didn't answer my question. That's why I'm re-asking.
I feel like the pots just heal more and help me with the early clear in case someone invades.
They do heal more. That is the case. Are you going to get invaded this game?
Against Kindred, I'm used to getting invaded against Kindreds. I mean, at least I was before her nerf.
But she's got nerfed. So if she tries to invade you now, does she actually win a 1v1? Remember, we said she is actually pretty weak early, stronger late game.
I think against me, I still think she wins the 1v1 because she can just kite me easier.
You win the 1v1 now. If she invades you, you get a kill.
All right.
Now, so if your answer to that question, why you're getting the 3 pots, is because I want to gank like crazy and I want to go invade the Kindred and I want more health to do it, like that is a fantastic answer. And I'm like, okay, kudos to you, sir. Hat tip. But if you're worried about getting invaded, no, not this game. She lost her healing on her W, which is the thing that made her so oppressive early.
Yeah.
So since she doesn't have that, you can just do whatever you want with her or them, whatever pronoun you want to refer to them.
Yeah.
Another reason Amumu's really, really good against champions like Kindred is the way his E works.
The passive physical reduction.
The passive, it just blocks damage, and you're probably taking the shield mastery, the one in the resolve tree, the second one, right? And
I
that
believe
also
so, yes.
blocks 2 more, so it just stacks. And every Amumu player, what they do is they rush EWE and they just keep farming because you want to get 6 as soon as possible. So if she invades you and you have EWE, you can just either walk into her or walk away. And if you actually have level 4 in your queue, like you can just out damage her and she can't kill you fast enough, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. All right.
So if you're just farming your jungle, like if you're not planning to invade, if you're not planning to like gank level 3, you want the refillable.
Okay.
Why do you want the refillable?
Because you don't have to invest in pots again.
Yeah, it's one of the most gold efficient items in the game.
All right.
Another thing, it doesn't cost that much. Like if you come back and you upgrade it to the Hunter's Potion too, that is also one of the most gold efficient items in the game. It's 250 gold, so yeah, it puts you behind a little on your haunting guys. But if you're trying to be stronger early, like just get that. Why is the Hunter's Potion so good on champions like Amumu?
It gives health back.
It gives infinite health back as you farm, but what else?
Yeah.
Amumu specific.
It gives you the health and mana,
Mana.
and it lets you farm like until 6 easy.
It lets you just perma-farm the jungle once you get it. Why is the mana important on Amumu?
He's super mana hungry.
He's super mana hungry. What about Azir? Are you going to be giving him blue buff?
Probably not. I
Probably
usually
not.
won't.
Ooh, scumbag jungler. Okay, I
Yeah,
see how this is working.
I don't really trust mid lanes with my earlier blue buffs. Like I'll give him like the third one, fourth one maybe, but
Okay.
not like the first two.
That's fair. If you're going to carry with it, that's fine. But think about the blue buff. Here, I'm stumbling over my words. In our last lesson, did we talk about the Rift Herald at all?
I'm
trying to
so,
remember.
yes.
Why is the Rift Herald so good to give to your top lane?
Because it just gives them more damage and lets them like kind of do their own thing for a while.
Yes and no. Yes, it gives them more damage. Yes, it lets them kind of do their own thing. But why, as a jungler, is it so freaking good to give it to your top lane?
Because you can just ignore that lane for a while.
Yes, because they have extra stats that they shouldn't lose lane. You're pretty much just putting on some like floaties and a life preserver so they don't drown up there by themselves while you're like checking on bot lane. So think of blue buff like a mini Rift Herald. So if you give it to your mid laner, it gives them extra experience, it gives them 10% cooldown reduction, gives them that infinite mana sustain, at least for 2 minutes, and it also gives them scaling AP that scales with your levels. So if you're giving that to your mid laner, what you're doing is saying, all right, I want you to be stronger faster. Remember, your comp wants to get to 6 just as much as their comp wants to get to 6. And I probably don't have to worry about you getting ganked because you're out of mana and can't use your Shurima Shuffle to jump away.
Yeah.
Now, if you're taking that Hunter's Potion, like here, think about it this way. What is blue buff going to do for you in the jungle?
Make it so I can farm more and then pull off ganks.
Do you
with
need the
my
cooldown
excess mana.
reduction so that your W can come off cooldown more often?
Yeah. Alright.
Are you saying you do, or...?
No, my E to come off cooldown more often.
But how does your
it
E come
doesn't-
off cooldown?
Yeah,
You
the
know what I'm
cooldown
saying?
reduction doesn't really help me that much. It's all just the mana regen, so I can plow through the jungle faster than gank.
Yep. So what I'm saying is, why not just buy the refillable?
Yeah.
And then you don't have to worry about that. And it's 250 gold after the initial 150, which gives about the same amount of sustain as the pots. The 3 pots, it's like just 50 extra health or something like tiny like that. Actually, I'm wrong. It's 150 per pot, so it is pretty decent. But like you only take that if you're looking to gank or do something really crazy early.
All right.
So I would start getting the refillable just on champions like Amumu that are pretty mana hungry, and that is so you can give your second blue buff to mid lane and help them not, feed horribly.
All right.
And also on the off chance that, hey, you have a challenger smurf mid, now they have more stats to work with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. All right.
All right. So here, that's one thing I'm seeing that I'm already like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, you're checking the settings.
Yeah, I reset my computer, so I was just doing this real quick. It resets pretty fast. So.
All right, I'm gonna pause again. This is bad. Why is this bad?
I shouldn't do this mid game.
Well, A, you shouldn't do this mid game. Do this in a normal game,
Yeah.
always, or a custom game, even better. But
Yeah.
but also, very high quality is actually pretty shitty.
Why?
If you watch Korean streams, they all have the settings on the lowest possible quality.
Really?
Yeah, it gets rid of the little tiny creatures and the little ambient things. So if you're streaming and you want everyone to be happy and have the best possible graphics, by all means, keep up the very high quality. But if you're actually trying to climb and play better, put it on the lower quality because it'll give your brain less things to focus on.
All right.
Which will, like, it seems weird, but if you play 2 games, one at the highest quality, one at the lowest, and then you, like, measured your reaction time in both games, your reaction time would be a little faster at the lower quality one.
All right.
And I'm just saying, this is something that's so
Yeah.
easy. It's like 4 clicks, so why not do it?
Yeah. All right.
Another thing I would check, make sure your map is completely maxed out in size. It looks like it's pretty big, but I don't know if it is or
it's not maxed out. I think it's like 25% bigger than normal or something. It's
Max-
almost maxed.
Max it out. You're a jungle. You're looking at the map more than you're looking at the main screen. So
Okay.
again, nitty gritty things. We're 23 seconds into the video.
All right.
Another reason I'm getting sad at this is we're 26 seconds into the video, 33 seconds, and you haven't like set up anything. So that's another reason not to do that. All right, let's see what you do level 1. Oh, they invaded. That could have been scary if he like flash autoed or flash queued you, and there's an entire team behind him. I like that Lucian went to stand there, because if they all walked around that corner, you're dead.
Oh.
So that's another bad thing. Okay, I like that you're using F keys. That's cool. Let's see if you keep that up once the game actually starts. What's one thing you could have done better? I'm pausing it at a minute 30.
I'm not sure off the top of my head. Positioning from where I was standing?
Right now, do you have any idea where the enemy jungler is starting?
No. I'm just kind of assuming bot side.
You're assuming bot side. What could you do if you wanted to know for sure?
Try to ward into their jungle?
Yeah, so if you're going to do that, what do you want to do with your team?
Go group up and go over kind of towards the top of Dragon Pit, ward over there.
Yeah, like literally every
Yeah.
single game, what you want to do in the pre-game chat, when everybody's still picking their champ, locking in the runes of masters. Hey guys, let's invade early. We got Braum. We might get first blood. You know, and then even if you don't, the real reason you're going in to invade, and here's your path. You know, you're kind of going around here. Is that you want vision.
Yeah.
So if this is your path, because you're probably going to start blue, where are you going to drop your wards?
I'd probably drop one probably near the Krugs and near red buff.
Yeah, so something like either here or here, and then something like here would be super good. So like one here, one here. Usually the support or somebody will put one here, and then you can just ping ward, you know, like on the Krugs, and someone else will just drop one.
Yeah.
So let's say you had this vision, and then you're back here doing the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what does this tell you now? Like, let's say you see Kindred here.
It tells me where they started for one and how fast they're clearing it when they're going to be doing other stuff.
And it also tells you who's likely to be ganked at 3 minutes.
Probably like mid lane.
Maybe mid lane, maybe top
Or
lane.
top lane,
She's
yeah.
probably going to be like not moving arrows, obviously, but Krugs, maybe red, or maybe Krugs chicken's red, and then she's looking here, or maybe Krugs red looking for a mark. You know, but if you see her starting red, you know, that's a completely different story. And if you see her starting nowhere, wow, she could be in your jungle. I mean, there's a bunch of things that tells you.
Yeah.
But pretty much, if you see her here, you know she's going to be moving this way across the map, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that tells you that, okay, she's going to be moving this way, full clear, maybe about like 5 or 6 minutes if she's doing scuttles and looking for ganks and stuff. Then she's probably going to come back here and do it again, like around 6 or 7 minutes, and just kind of keep cycling through like this.
Yeah.
But you can use that to kind of figure out where they're going to be so that you can counter gank with your big Amumu ult or whatever. You can also use that information. Let's say you warded and you see that they're all standing right on top of your ward. You can just go take her blue, I mean.
Yeah.
But if you don't do that, if you do what you do, you literally have no options. You just have to sit there and take it if they decide to invade you. Or if they decide to, like, late invade you and steal your Gromp or your blue or just kill you, you know.
Yeah.
So early game, always, always, always tell your team, hey, we're going to invade and get wards so we can see them and maybe get first blood.
Yeah.
Another reason it's really, really good to do that. Look at your team right now. Where are they standing?
Azir and Vayne are both just in lane, but Braum and Lucian are right with me.
Yeah, what I want you to start doing, I tell this to a lot of my students, is I want you to look at where your teammates stand in the first minute of the game. Because right now it looks like 2 of your teammates are AFK. Lucian's actually paying attention. He's giving you vision because he just saw that Nautilus ward down here. Braum might be AFK in a bush. So right now I'm thinking 3 out of your 5 teammates are AFK. What you'll notice is that over enough games that this is a common pattern and that most people are AFK. So let's say right now, instead of being AFK, you guys had a plan and you were running through the jungle, and here the same path that we just talked about, right?
Yeah.
And they have, you know, the same kind of thing going on as your team, meaning like Their mid laner's just kind of AFK at tower. Their top laner's just kind of AFK. Your top laner's here because he's with you. Everyone is here. There's 5 people here.
Yep.
And their jungle is just sitting here. Maybe she just got level 7 mastery, so she's spamming it. The support's dancing. What happens when 5 people come out?
We either blow all their summoners or get a first blood.
Or both,
Yeah.
About 30% of the time, you will kill someone for first blood. And
Right.
down in silver, and down in gold, even up in platinum, what happens when somebody dies level 1 to first blood?
People start bitching out.
Yes, the hate starts flowing. So then my question to you is, why would you not ever go for this every single game?
My biggest problem is I'm really scared of my early couple levels on Amumu.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of why I don't try to force invades more often.
But remember, like most games, mid lane is going to be here. Top lane is going to be here.
Yeah.
Even if you're starting your W or your E or whatever, can you guys win a 5v3?
I'd assume so. I'd hope so anyway.
Yes, and you have Braum, so if he lands a Q or an auto and then everybody else autos 3 times, that's a stun.
Yeah.
You guys just have a lot of damage potential. And yeah, Azir has the shittiest level 1 ever. You're still going to invade with him because 5 people is more than 3 people, and at the very least you're going to blow a bunch of flashes.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense?
Yep.
So that's one thing I would recommend, and that has 2 purposes. One, you're looking for that dipshit that's on Reddit or something, learning about his champion. You're also trying to get vision so you know what the enemy jungler is going to do.
Yeah. All right.
And if you find that guy, if you find that one player that's on everybody's team, the one that isn't paying attention, level 1, cool, you get first blood. And then someone on your team has an extra 400 gold to work with, and you're more likely to win. All right, let's go back to the game. Make sense?
Makes sense.
So instead, what you did is none of that. You just kind of sat here, and then they've got a ward on you, so they know exactly where you're starting.
Yeah.
So that's kind of sad. I like that you're saving smite because you don't know they're going to come around the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, and thank you. Yay. So this is fine. When your E is on cooldown, you can just sit there and take the damage, but usually you want to be kiting the creeps around, moving between auto attacks. So I like that you're doing that. Ah, you're doing the fast 6. Nice.
Yes.
I like that you're looking at your lanes, too. So there's the potions. Cool. That's another thing. If you're doing the fast 6, the refillable is more than enough to do this. So, you're just saving extra gold doing that. After the first back, the refillable is worth more gold than getting the 3 pots.
All right.
So again, kind of nitpicking, but one thing you could do better here. I like that you're checking it out, but right now you have a ward. Drop the ward over the wall. You can ward over this wall into the red bush just to make sure she doesn't steal your red.
All right.
What's another thing you should be noticing right now?
Kindred's Mark.
Yeah, what should you be telling your team?
Maybe put a ward on it. Just be careful of Kindred in that general vicinity.
What are both Vayne and Azir doing right now that makes me cringe as a jungler when I see that Kindred mark?
Pushing really far up in between the mark.
So one thing you can do, because you're backing, you're out of mana, you're out of health, they have eyes, they can see that, is just spam 2 danger pings by the mark and be like, care, Kindred.
Yeah.
Because she is definitely there, or they are definitely there, or it is definitely there, whatever the hell pronoun it is. So, because right now you're backing, and one of them is about to get ganked.
Yeah.
Probably Azir, if I had to guess. All right, so let's see what happens. And I want to see what you buy too. I like the pink word buy. Can I nitpick your build a little?
Please do.
Why are you buying a ruby crystal?
To just kind of get towards the Bami's Cinder faster.
Why do you want Bammy Cinder as your first item?
It helps me clear and stay alive.
Does it help you clear and stay alive as much as other items?
Probably not.
Nah, it does not, sadly. Let me show you. It is not a good first item to buy unless you're top lane. Oh, here. Why would I say it's good to buy top lane? Just learning things. If you don't know, it's fine because you're a jungle player, but...
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but for my small forays into top lane, if you have Grasp of the Undying, it makes it a lot easier to proc.
That's why this mastery right here, Every 4 seconds in combat, your next attack does a bunch of damage and heals you. Well,
Yeah.
if you have Bomby Cinder, you can just stand next to a minion. It's doing like 8 damage per second, which is nothing. So you're not really pushing the wave that much,
Yeah.
and you're in combat. So you can prep this early. So instead of getting 1 in a little trade, you get 2. And that can win you top lane, which is great. So,
Alright.
so that's why you see top laners do it. Also, champions like Shin are going to need it just because they have to push the lane.
Yeah.
They need that wave clear. But in the jungle, you're a Amumu. You have your W, you have your E. You can get this too, and you should get Cinderhulk probably on Amumu this game because you have a bunch of squishies and you need to go tank.
Yeah.
But I would recommend not getting it first item. And let me
All
show
right.
you why real quick. So here, this whole thing costs 1,100 gold. Do you want to see what it gives you?
Sure. Let's see.
It gives you 750 gold worth of health. And my audio's lagging a little, so apologies for that. And then it gives you this passive. So
Yeah.
this passive, which does, here, like let's say you buy it at level 5 when you come back. Just 10 extra damage per second to nearby enemies. And then it's 50% better, so it's 15 extra damage per second in the jungle. So my question to you is, are you fine spending 1,100 gold to not get a lot of stats and do 15 extra damage per second?
After seeing this, not anymore.
It's not a bad item, but it's not a good first item in the jungle.
Okay.
If that makes sense. What would be a better item to buy? Same amount of gold, but like more impact.
Either like boots, amp tome, or the other jungle item to stay in the jungle more.
Boots would be good. Other jungle item? No, not the other jungle item. Why? Here, which one would you get, by the way?
I started with the talisman, so I'd get Hunter's Machete.
Oh, okay. So here, let me show you. Hunter's Machete. Let me show you why I'm like, don't buy this second ever. So, look at what this does. 50 bonus experience when killing a large monster. 30 bonus experience. Okay, so you get extra experience. But what's cool is you get that with Hunter's Talisman too. So if you already have this, you already have the experience. If you get both, it doesn't double down on the experience. Like, it's a unique passive. So that would be wasted. So if we go to Hunter's Machete, what are you getting for that 350 gold? Well,
I'm getting the lifesteal.
Lifesteal versus monsters, and I think there's some on-hit damage.
Yeah.
Does Amumu really need that on-hit damage in his clear?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Does it give you any combat stats?
No.
Literally none. So that's out. And now let's say you upgrade to Tracker's Knife or something. You get wards. If you upgrade to one of the other ones, yeah, your go away ads. You get other stuff too, right? But this one is just like, oh, more lifesteal against monsters, more mana regen. Are those combat stats?
No.
Nah. And you get the wards. Yeah, wards can help you, but you could also just use your trinket, which is free.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't buy these. So not the Bambi Cinder thing, not these. What else did you say we could buy?
Either boots or amp tome.
Boots would be amazing. Why are boots good?
Just running through the jungle more ganks, more escape.
Yeah, like
More
your
engaged.
laners, they have to go to a specific lane. You have the entire map.
Yeah.
So this is good for reacting to stuff. It's just really strong item. But again, do you have any combat stats?
Not really, unless you count movement speed as like a combat stat.
And you could, depending on your champion. Like Teemo, actually, for every piece of movement speed he has, actually has more damage because he gets an extra auto, which is more damage over time on his E. It's weird.
Yeah.
But on a champion like Amumu, it lets you position better, it lets you catch people out, but it doesn't give you extra damage, I would say.
Yeah.
So it's good. You want to get boots, but there's probably better items you can get, especially if you have 1,100 gold. What else did we say we could buy?
Amp tome.
Amplifying tome. I think there might be an underscore there. I'm just guessing. Nope. Okay, I'm going to Google it. Sorry. Lol. What was it? Oh, it was capitalized. My bad. Oops. So this one's pretty good. 435 gold, you get 20 ability power. It's not too bad. And this one is actually what they use to calculate the rest of the ability power stuff in here. And it's not exact, but it's about right.
It's good enough.
So you get 20 ability power for 400 gold. I mean, that's combat stats. It makes literally every one of your abilities stronger. It'll speed up your clear. I like that a little bit better. What does we got, what was it, the ruby crystal? And here is probably capitalized, right? Let's see if I can beat the system here. Yeah. So this one's pretty good. 400 gold, 150 health. You like health. Helps if you're E-passive. You're going to be tanky, so that's fine. But there's a better item you could have bought.
From all the options?
From all the options, there's one we haven't talked about that is like literally the best early game item to buy in Amumu. And I would buy 2 of them.
Cloth armor? I'm trying to think of the low cost.
Cloth armor would be good.
Doran's ring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why Doran's ring? And
yeah,
if you've watched the stream before, sorry if this is...
Yeah. We went over this last time, actually.
Yep, so you kind of see what I'm getting at, right?
Yep, the most one of the most cost-efficient items, gold-efficient.
It's so good. And then the passives make it so you don't run out of mana, so if you're giving that early blue buff to Azir, you know you're not going to run out of mana.
Yeah.
Remember, we said the Amplifying Tome gives you 20 ability power. This one's cheaper, gives you 15 ability power, and health, and mana regen. Costs 400 gold, sells for 160, so really it's costing you 240 gold.
Alright.
So, don't rush Cinderhulk ever. There are challenger junglers right now that are rushing Cinderhulk on their champions, and they're bad because of it. Just because of math. Like, I can argue with numbers and be like, you are bad for rushing this item. I know you're in challenger. Your other mechanics and decision-making are very good. You're better than me there. Math-wise, this is more optimal for champions like Amumu because you just get more stuff. And also, is Amumu strong or weak early?
Weak.
If you get this, you are suddenly not weak early.
Alright.
Because you just have too much math behind your build against other junglers that are rushing Cinderhulk or inefficient jungle items that should be bought second or third. So just things to notice. Kindred's probably going to buy the attack speed one too, because that's what everybody's doing on op.gg. And that's also an item that, second or third, maybe even fourth, because it's a late game item.
Yeah.
So what's up?
Around what point should I be trying to finish my Cinderhulk? Approximately.
I actually did math because one of my other students was asking me this. I would finish your Cinderhulk second full item.
Second full item.
So you said you were rushing a Haunting Guise this game?
Not this game. This game I actually went and did the full rush in Cinderhulk. I think I went second item, Leandri's Torment.
I would rush Leandri's Torment first.
Alright.
So I would get 2 Doran's Rings, boots, rush Leandri's Torment, sit on your Doran's Rings, sit on your jungle talisman thing so you get the extra experience. And after you get Leandri's, and why would Leandri's be really good this game?
To melt their tanks faster.
Yeah, they have Nautilus and they have Shen, who are going to have just a shit ton of health. Also, every squishy champion's going to have health from the Shen ult too. So Leandri's would be a really, really good buy here. But if you get that first, you also have a little bit of health from that item. Also a ton of damage. You don't really need to buy another damage item unless you just want to carry really hard.
Yeah.
But what happens when you get Cinderhulk after you already have a health item?
Increases the efficiency of its unique passive.
Yeah, the bonus health, right? So if we look at Cinderhulk, let me just type Cinderhulk. Hopefully it's one word. Yay!
Hey.
But the thing I'm talking about is this 15% bonus health. So if you just buy Cinderhulk, what's 15% of 400? It's 15 times 4, 60?
Somewhere around there. I'm terrible at math. I'm really tired.
Yeah, it's 60. So, cool. You bought Cinderhulk first, you get 60 extra health. What happens if you buy Cinderhulk after you buy a Leandri's, which has 300? So 400 plus 300 is 700.
105 now.
105. So by delaying the item, you get more for your gold. Also, your jungle keystone, the Strength of the Ages, that's another 300 health, right?
Yep.
Now you have an extra ruby crystal because you waited to buy it.
Alright, yeah.
Do you kind of see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I see.
But if you delay your jungle item, you'll be stronger faster, and you'll make more of an impact, and the enemy team will be like, what the hell? What just killed me? Because they're used to Amumu's having Bami's Cinder, running out of the jungle with, that 15 extra damage to the minions. It's only 10, to the actual champions per second. And it's just tickling them. It's not doing anything.
Alright.
So there you go.
All right, that helps.
So again, do that. You're gimping yourself early. So when I see your buy here, you bought the ruby crystal. That could have been endurance ring. Same amount of gold, you get more stats.
Yeah.
I love the pink ward. That's amazing. And look, you bought 2 more red pots.
Yep.
So if you had that refillable potion, don't have
Yeah.
to worry about it. So just things to consider.
All right.
But I love the pink ward. Let's see where you put it too. Oh, and look, Kindred gank top, like we said. So if you had been like, hey, Vayne, back up a little. Maybe she stays in lane, and then she doesn't fall behind in levels to Shen. Good job by her to survive, though. What's something you should be doing now that Vayne is safely back in base?
Um.
Because you didn't look at the fight that was happening top.
No, I knew it was happening on the mini map.
Right.
I was watching it, but I didn't like click over it.
But
yeah.
but if you don't click over it, what don't you see?
Kindred's stacks. Or...
Well, the stacks matter, because if you click Kindred and she has no stacks, what does that tell you is still up?
Oh, the mark.
The mark is still up. What does that tell you? She's probably going to go to gank or maybe like go invade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So that's something you could also tell Azir, hey, watch out, she's probably on the mark.
Yeah.
But I'm not looking for that necessarily. That's actually
buffs.
really nitty gritty.
Her buffs.
Yeah, buffs could be a thing, but you could figure out which way she started by clicking them and seeing, okay, how much cooldown is left on them. Whatever one has the most cooldown left was her second buff. And that gives you approximate timers, that lets you set up other things, but that's nitty gritty. I'm not even looking for that. Well, what am I looking for? And I'll give you a hint. If you ask Vayne about it now, she can tell you.
If she used any summoners?
Yeah, exactly. You're not like, did she smite? No, you're like, did she flash? Did Shen flash?
Yeah.
Why is that important as a jungler?
Because if they have summoners up, it's harder for me to gank. If they don't, it's easier for me to gank.
Yes. Also, you can time it, right?
Yep.
So next time you type, I want to see if you have timestamps up, because that's another thing. Because you can just type, if you see Shen flash, type Shen F. And then with the timestamps, later when you're walking back from base to the camp, you can add 5 minutes to that, and that's like his flash timer. And maybe people in gold aren't using those, but good players will. And if you're using them, you'll be a good player. So yay.
Yay.
But here, let's keep watching. But that's something I would do, because she's in base, she's safe. She has time to type. It's not going to mess her up. And you have timestamps on good. See, she's like no flash Kindred. So there you go. So already I'm thinking, okay, about 8:30, Kindred's flash will be back up.
Alright.
So farming this, farming. I like that you're looking bot. Are you going to walk bot? Oh, you should walk bot.
It's Chud.
So you looked bot, and then you didn't go. Well, why am I saying you should go?
I don't know. They were under tower. Like I'm not sure.
So are there any wards in that area?
No, not from my team. No.
Not from your team. You have both a pink ward and a yellow ward. That's one thing. Also, where was Kindred?
Kindred was last seen top lane.
So where is she probably now?
She probably backed and went back towards bot lane.
Mm-hmm. So where is she probably making a beeline for right now?
That pushed up bot lane.
That pushed up bot lane with the AD carry that I'm looking at his health and mana. And I'm looking at Brahm's health and mana. Like she's probably marking one of them right now. So when I see that fight breaking out, yeah, you'd rather keep doing your power farm to level 6, but you need to go down there right now. Also, I like that you use the F keys to look, but see how low the enemy bot lane is too. Because if they're full health, you kind of just need to go down there to be a safety net. Like, you're not looking to gank and get your bot lane killed. You're looking just to be like, hey, GTFO Kindred, and give them space to recall safely.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens. I'm curious to see if Kindred actually goes down there, because that's where I would go. Oh, there's a Shen teleport. See, you're just like leaving them out to dry. And Lucian's like so insane. I like that you're looking, but like you should be looking to be like, I'm gonna go down there. So here, next time you look, I want to pause it just to see how low the enemy bot lane is. Because if they're staying like they are, like, it's got to be because they're low, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and that was lucky that Lux is missing now. Shen is missing now, even though he just teleported. So something's going on. Okay, Shen's back in lane. Yeah, so the enemy bot lane must have been low since they're backing, because Lucian has no health, no mana. Like, they should stay. So something's going down here, especially with Lux MIA.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would have just walked down there. You're lucky Kindred didn't want to gank. I like the back. I'm sad you didn't place your pink ward.
Yeah, I was kind of holding it so I could put it like
No!
spot.
No!
Yeah.
No! And yeah, Chilling Smite's not bad on a Amumu, but how much gold did you have? How much gold did you have? Oh, you had 850 gold. What could you have bought with that 850 gold instead of, upgrading your jungle item for no combat stats except for a smite?
I mean, I could have gotten like a blasting wand for torment. I could have gotten
Could have gotten 2 Doran's rings.
2 Doran's rings.
Could have gotten Doran's rings, boots, and another pink ward since you just placed your pink ward, but you didn't place it, so that's kind of silly. But you could have gotten combat stats.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and maybe we watch it and you get a kill because of that Chilling Smite, and it's like, haha, Gunday, you were wrong. but more often than not, Kindred top again. They love that Vayne.
Yeah, Kindred hated that Vayne.
Yeah, I would be up there too. You have to, otherwise Vayne is just gonna shit on the shin. So let's see what you do.
Yeah,
You're making a beeline for the mark. Good. Lead with your Q there.
Lead with the Q.
Yeah, because.
I was kind of trying to conserve mana at this point because my blue buff ran out. And I think I was going to gank bot lane. Do I?
Makes sense.
No, I'm going to go back to farming.
Well, you want to get 6 first. That actually makes sense.
Oh,
I
thought I hit 6 off of that. I wasn't paying attention.
Nah, you need the Gromp and 1 more camp, or Scuttle or 1 minion. So I love that you're doing this. Pink ward, drop your pink ward, drop your pink ward in the bush to make sure you're not seen because they're backing up. Okay, so right there. I have no idea if this is warded or not. I would have dropped my pink ward just to see.
Yeah.
And even if it was warded, you clear the pink. You clear with your pink, and then you have options to either just sit there and wait for them to face check it, because they will, or you put it there and then they're scared because you could be in that bush.
Yeah, I think one of my problems is I try to get the most use out of like 1 pink ward, so I kind of wait to drop it. So I don't have to buy another one.
So that's horrible. Right now it's 938. Let's see when you bought that pink ward. So was it like here?
It was on first back.
Yeah, it was on first back. So let's find your first back. I just want to show you. So let's say 313 is when you bought it.
Mm-hmm.
We are now at, it was 938 on the game, on the YouTube video. So we're now like here. 714. So you've gone 4 minutes without using your pink ward.
Yeah.
Why even buy it?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Just put it down. It'll make your team safer. It could bait some stuff, because if somebody has to auto attack that thing 4 times, you can queue over a wall and like start some shit. But use it. If you're gonna buy it, use it. It's great that you're buying it, but it's horrible that you're not using it. So
all right.
Use it. Use it. and what happens if you put it in that bush spot and there's no wards there?
Free reign to just kind of kill someone with
yeah, just
QR.
Wait. Maybe they were typing or something, and that's why they backed up. It wasn't because they saw you, but right now you don't know. And let's see when you actually place it. I want to count it. Because we started at, let's call it 313 is when you bought it. And I like that you're still farming, but you have your ult. Like, you need to start some shit.
Yeah. I think I take these and then go top lane, I think. Or no, I clear this mark because it popped up.
Mark is good. That makes sense. So why are you thinking top lane would be good?
Because I know Kindred kind of has a hard-on for that Vayne right now.
So that's
mostly.
good. So you're thinking counter gank?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Oh,
I think this is... Yeah, I think this is
this it? Yay! 808. So pretty much 5 minutes after you bought it. But still, that's a good pink ward spot. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, good Q. Good finish. That's fine, just to secure it. One thing. Let's rewatch that in slow motion. This is a common problem with Amumu players. I'm going to just help you out here, okay? It worked out this time. But let's say there was a ward in here. What could Lux have done to mess this up?
Queued me? Or whatever her binding is?
Well, no, actually. I'm thinking someone else. Let's watch it nice and slow. 0.5 speed. It's something you did that's a mistake.
All right.
I want you to see what it is and replay it in your head.
Was it me queuing her before just ulting onto her?
Yeah. Leading
Okay.
with your Q is a mistake. Why is it a
Yeah.
mistake?
Uh,
And I
because
love that you recognize that she's
yeah,
there and gankable, so that's good.
it's because if you don't use your gap closers or CC or whatever, then they have to keep fearing that they're gonna get hit by it and they're gonna freak out and
Yeah. Right there, if she was good and had better reaction times, and if there was a ward here, she can see you coming, she would have flashed your Q. And then
Yeah.
do you get this gank?
No.
Not at all. What did you buy that would have been way better than your Q to close the distance?
Chilling smite.
Yes. So if you have Chilling Smite, the whole point of it is you smite to line up an easier Q. Also, if you just have Chilling Smite, you can just walk up to her, Chilling Smite, alt. Then is Q easier or harder to land when they literally can't move?
I feel like it's a bit easier.
So all I'm saying is, if you climb a little, and you will, if you lead with your Q, sometimes it'll work out. It worked out this time. Sometimes it won't work out.
Yeah.
If you lead with Chilling Smite into ult, it'll always work out.
All right.
So it's like a coin flip versus a sure thing versus like a stacked deck in your favor. Always take the sure thing.
Yeah. All right.
What would have been a better way to do this? So we said like Chilling Smite is one thing. Let's say you bought Doran's Rings and you don't have Chilling Smite. What could you have done?
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Don't
I could
apologize.
have walked up, tried to get just as close to her as possible, ulted her,
Yep.
and then just queued her as soon as my ult was about to run out.
Yeah, I mean just walk at her because if she
Yeah.
flashes, can she dodge your Q?
Yeah. If
Well-
she flashes. Well, if she if after my ult, probably not.
Nah, probably not at all.
Yeah.
So this was okay. It could have been better. I would have led with your ult there. I would have led with Chilling Smite, ult when you can get it. If she flashes, immediately Q right to where she flashed. Do you know the Amumu ultimate canceling technique?
When you flash,
Yeah, so you ult and then
Yeah.
you flash.
you'll probably see me do it like 3 times this game.
Nice. Okay,
I
but
love doing it.
but that's another thing. Like I would just do it because if you don't know if she has flash or not, like she could get away theoretically if she's like a
Yeah.
god. But it worked out here, and you got a good gank off, so good job. But I would lead with Chilling Smite into your ult, then Q, and then auto, so Azir gets the extra damage, you get the extra damage, then E. But it worked out. It was good. Okay, so back to farming. Remember, if you had your refillable Hunter's Potion, you wouldn't be out of mana right now. If you had your 2 Doran's Rings, you wouldn't be out of mana right now.
Yeah. At this point, I saw Kindred coming down after ganking top lane again, so we're gonna go and see what we can do over at the blue buff,
Nice.
see if it's up.
Nice, I like it. I'm going to speed this back up.
Yeah. In case you're wondering what we're doing, I think over here.
Oh, no, this is good. Wow.
It was good.
I would just smite her Gromp there. Like, while it was low.
Yeah.
Oh, you're out of mana, though. Oh, no. Sad day.
Yeah, and then Azir gets picked off.
Yeah, that was just overstaying, so not much you can do about that. Because Lux was coming too, Vayne wasn't coming. But it's a good idea to like try to make the pick. Okay, you finish your Cinder Hulk.
Yeah, going back
Going
earlier
back to
on-
what we talked about.
Yeah.
Right now you could have 2 Doran's Rings. You could have some boots. You could have like the start of your Haunting Guys. I mean, it could be better.
Yeah.
Because right now you don't have any damage. You have Cinder Hulk. And yeah, it'll help you clear a little, but you don't really need help if you're clear. You need help like having mana.
Yeah.
Oh, and I would buy another pink ward.
Oh.
Anytime you have gold, just buy another pink ward.
Alright.
Like, that one's good, but let's say you want to do dragon right now.
So just make sure I always have one in my inventory pretty much.
Yeah.
Alright.
There's no reason not to buy it. It's 75 gold. That's
Yeah.
1 camp. Steal 2 minions, you know, I mean... Nope, and here we go. You don't have the mana regen items from those Doran's Rings, so have to
Yeah.
steal blue buff from Azir, make him worse. I'm just nitpicking. Like, you can take every blue buff, but I'm just saying... Why when
Yeah.
you don't need to? Why when you can make your team better?
Yeah.
Oh, this is weird. Okay, so how you're leveling. I like that you're using the control to click and you're not, like, clicking with your mouse. Why are you leveling W first?
It was, I forget what it was, but I was watching some video, and he said W gives you just overall more early game damage without. It uses up less mana when you're clearing and does like almost as much damage, but you sacrifice the tankiness from E.
Not at all. Look at what W does. Okay, so Amumu with E, lol. So
Because I used to always max E, and then like one of my friends was like, "Oh, you should watch this," and I was like, "Oh, this is cool. I'm gonna try maxing W."
So what does it do?
1 to 1.52% scaling max health damage.
Percent of the enemy's max health. Early game, do enemies have a lot of health or a little health?
Little health.
Little health. So is this going to do a lot or a little early game?
Little.
A little. Okay. Is this better than this?
No.
No. What about this? Remember, they have 280 carries that are going to be auto-attacking you.
Yeah, that's gonna be better.
This will keep you healthier. This will do more damage. This will have a faster clear. Max W second.
Okay.
Now, Q, sometimes you can make an argument for maxing Q second because the cooldown goes down.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing lately. Because originally I would max EQW, and then I started doing WQE.
But remember, their team has 2 really beefy tanks.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to be able to like burst people down of your team comp either, because you got those 80 carries that need to scale. You have a Zero that needs to poke people down first. So you're probably going to be clashing with the front line, the tanks.
Yeah.
Now, if you max this first versus this, which one is going to do more damage to the tanks? And I know this game you're maxing your W first, so it's kind of a moot question.
Yeah.
But if you're playing correctly, you should be maxing E first for the early game damage and the faster clear.
Yeah. All right.
So let's say E max first. You're like level 9. You have E fully maxed. You can choose between W and Q for the next one. This game, where you're going to be mostly fighting tanks once team fighting starts, what ability are you going to max second and why?
W for the tank shred.
For the tank shred. Now this is good again because you get the lowered cooldown, you get extra burst. But what's another thing that you're doing with your build that'll make maxing Q really, really bad?
Going tanky.
Look, you have Cinder Hulk, right? You don't have Doran's rings. I guess you are taking blue buff, but look at what happens to your Q every time
the
you level
mana.
it.
Yeah, it goes up by 10 each time.
Yeah, so you're slowing down your clear by doing this, because this is not more damage than this. And you're going to be running out of mana constantly. I wouldn't be surprised if you lose a team fight in the next 5 minutes because you run out of mana.
Alright.
So again, nitty-gritty stuff. Max E first. Don't listen to that idiot on YouTube. It might have been right before they changed Amumu, like a season or 2 ago, but it's not right now. Like,
Okay.
E max is pretty much universally always the right decision, unless they have a team of like 5 tanks. Then max W first.
Okay.
But trust me on this one. I want to help you, my friend. I want you to climb.
Yeah, that's okay. I will trust you.
E first. E first.
Right.
W second. If you're looking for faster clear, better dragon control, if they have tanks on their team. If they don't, if they're all squishy, Q second.
Alright. Another thing, my starting ability at the beginning of the game, if you notice I started W, what I've been doing is if I start the Grump, I'll start W, but if I start the Krugs, I'll start E. Is that fine?
That's what I do too. That's smart.
Okay.
Why does that make sense?
Because with the E, you have 2 things hitting you, the cooldown's going to go down more, and you have 2 things hitting you, so the extra damage reduction is going to be
Yep.
good.
And it's about the same damage. Plus, since there's 2 things, you're hitting both of them with this. With this, you're hitting both of them, but like you said, you get the extra stuff. So it's just a little bit better. Plus, when you kill the first camp, you get the other one. So
Alright. I just wanted to clarify if that was right or not.
Yeah, that's right. It's a little optimization, but it's right on the money. All right, cool. So this is making me cringe a little, this game. So apologies. Just had to choke down the vomit a little. But Emax first, especially this game when you have 280 carries that are going to be auto attacking you to death. And then W second for the tank shred. It's good that you're maxing W, but second, because again, it does percent health damage. In early game, the enemies don't have a lot of percent health.
All right.
So all right, let's see. You just got marked. Oh baby, she's calling you out.
Yep.
So you're kind of dancing there. Zero's completely ignoring you. Bot lane is completely ignoring you. Oh, fight her. Fight her.
Yeah, I think that's what I tried to do here, yeah.
You got your ult.
I just want to make sure I smite this.
Oh, that's nice. And I don't know what Azir is doing. Good flash to get away there. You probably could have engaged there, but he's not paying attention.
Yeah, that's why I didn't, because I had no idea what he was doing.
Bot lane was fighting too, so you could have... Yeah, your teammates kind of screwed up there. Now, if you had E, you'd be a lot tankier. Good Q. Good ult. Oh, it's
she got away barely.
That is fine though. You got flashes and stuff. You got him. That is solid. Okay, you just established your dominance. Good work. The chase I'm not a fan of, because if that's probably warded. She can do something cute like jump over the wall and ult you and kill you right now, but
yeah,
that's fine. I like the Ninja Tabby too because they have 2 AD carries, but again, like, you don't really have any damage right now except for your base damage, and your W base damage isn't going to do anything to their squishies. I love that you're watching this. You'll actually be able to see if they flash or anything, so that's good. Azir's going for the big play. Oh, you lead with your Q. Oh, look, you missed it.
Yep.
And it worked out, but again, don't lead with your Q. Just walk into them. Wait for them to flash. Wait for them to use their gap closer, or their dash, or their dodge, or whatever, and then Q. Right now, you need to hit him. Like, you need to be the one to start. But why you versus Azir?
Yeah,
I'm going to pause it to talk about that.
And we're under tower.
Because you're tankier, you're under tower, you have E max, so the minions won't be hitting you for as much when you get aggro. Like, there's a bunch of reasons.
Need to get that value from the Cinder Hulk.
Yeah, you bought Cinder Hulk first.
Yeah.
So reasons. Also, Vayne and Azir, squishy and lots of damage. You want them under tower as long as possible. If they have aggro, they only have 2 or 3 shots, then they're out. If you have aggro, you can take like 5 shots, then you're out. And also, you're not the one doing the damage, they are.
Yeah.
So help them help you. I like the call for the Rift Herald, but you probably want to take that top tower.
Alright.
Just because it's free, it's easy. Rift Herald right now would be super risky. Do you know why?
Lux ult?
Yeah, it's looking like that might be what happens. You might get it.
Yeah, okay. I don't think Lux was intelligent. She had it warded.
Nice.
With the other thing, but...
I love that you got Rift Herald. That's great. I think you guys, because Azir was up there, you could have just gotten the tower and been greedy afterwards and gotten Rift Herald. Because look, Kindred's bot, right?
Yeah.
Now, wait. Time out. Right here. Right here we have a missed opportunity. What is the missed opportunity?
Tower dive on Lux, or go down towards Dragon because Kindred's down there.
Well, you have 800 health. And you're almost out of mana. Do you want a tower dive?
Probably not.
Probably not. So let's scratch that one. I don't think tower diving is a good idea. I like where your head's at. I like where your heart's at. But tower diving, more often than not, you're probably going to feed a kill and tilt your team.
Right.
Okay, so Shin just got back to lane. What about their bot lane? Where are their bot lane?
Their bot lane. Both bot lanes are dead.
Both bot lanes are dead. Are they going to do dragon?
Probably not.
Probably not. Kindred doesn't have that healing in her kit. It's going to be tough for her to get that. Maybe she has a bunch of marks and like lifesteal items she can do it, but still, that's risky. So right now, where is their team? And again, look at that minimap, and it's tiny, so it's harder to see. You got to make that bigger, but...
They just have one person each lane with bot lanes dead.
Oh, and you can see literally where everybody is.
Yeah, I know where everyone is, yeah.
So what am I getting at? What would be better to do than backing?
Invade their jungle.
Yeah, what are you going to take?
Their blue buff.
Take their blue buff, take their gromp, smite their wolves. Why would taking blue be really, really good?
Amumu. And Kindred likes blue buff, and so does Lux.
You're out of mana.
Yeah.
Lux and Kindred love blue.
Yeah.
And also it'll tilt her.
Yeah.
And also it'll set her... You get 300 gold for every camp you take. I'm assuming the blue is 100 gold, Gromp is 100 gold, Wolves are 100 gold, so 300 gold for that. You're setting her behind 300 gold because she doesn't get that.
Yep.
And also it's free right now, because where's bot lane going to go when they respawn?
Probably bot lane.
Where's Shin going to go? Right now he has a wave pushed up into him. Is he going to come and like check that you're doing blue buff?
Probably not.
Is Lux going to leave the tower, the farm, and the Azir that's about to kill her, maybe?
Probably not.
Is Kindred even anywhere close to you, or is she on the exact... You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I get you.
So right now, you need to be looking for opportunities like this, and, okay, cool, Kindred's on the other side of the map. What does that mean I can take on this side of the map? Well, Rift Herald's down. Vayne's back, so we can't really do anything about that tower. What's left?
Jungle.
The jungle. And you already have good wards, but that doesn't mean you can't place more if you have Tracker's Knife or a spare trinket too, or another pink ward. But right now your pink is up. Also, because you have pink in this ward, you know it's pretty damn safe too, so it's just yelling at me to go do that.
Yeah.
But instead you back. And it looks like you're going for Frozen Heart. That's a good item to buy this game, because you got a bunch of people that like to auto-attack.
I almost always go Leandry second, but I would have looked at their team comp. I kind of prefer Frozen right now.
So, another reason I'm recommending the Leandry's Rush. What happens if your team isn't winning right now?
If my team's not winning, I don't have the damage to make it start winning.
Yes. So this build is like, oh, we're winning. I'll go straight tank.
Yeah.
I still don't like it because Comcast is an internet company. And as long as that's a thing, your most fed champion on your team can always DC.
Yep.
So what I want you to start doing on all of your junglers, don't rush your jungle item unless it's warrior. If you're playing a warrior jungle item, warrior's fine to rush.
Okay.
But all the other ones, you need to scale up a little for them to be useful.
Even Ludens?
Ludens is okay early, but I can make the same argument for 2 Doran's rings, and you're stronger. Because
whenever I play Diana, I usually go Ludens first.
Like, Ludens is a really good item to get on Diana.
Yeah.
But if you get 2 Doran's rings, how much is Ludens?
The full... I have no idea. I'm really bad
it's
at
like
these.
It's like 2,000, 3,000 gold, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. How much are 2 Doran's rings?
800.
You have about the same amount of stats for 800 gold. It's a little bit less. If you buy 3 Doran's rings, it's about the same.
Yeah.
But you get that after like your first back if you got really fed and got a kill. Second back for sure. With Ludens, you're like looking at 3rd or 4th back.
All right. Yeah.
So again, just making that argument. Like and Ludens, just get that early power spike for you because remember Diana's weak until 6, so you're trying to get strong early.
Yeah.
It's good to buy. You'll never run out of mana. You can give blue buff to your teammate. I mean, it's good. But again, like you can buy other stuff first.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, maybe that's your 1 damage item. Like you can build that on Gragas, you can build that on Amumu if you want. But I'm telling you, if you get the 2 Doran's rings and your AP junglers early that like mana, it's really, really strong and busted.
All right.
Try it. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it. You're your own person. But I think you'll like it.
Okay.
But this game, like if somebody starts falling behind, you're not gonna have the damage to carry. So I'm hoping like you do that Leandry's Rush, or that another good item would be Rylai's, just to keep people off Vayne. Just some damage item. Leandry's is good this game because of the tanks though. So I like that you were thinking that. All right. Why is it good that you're ganking top right now?
I'm not entirely sure why. I know Azir is coming.
Well, Azir's coming, but let's say you ganked mid or bot. What's going to happen?
I don't know.
What do they have on their team?
They have
that we talked about
Shen.
earlier. Yeah. So if you gank mid or bot, what's going to happen when you're tower diving?
Shen's just gonna ult in and screw us all.
It's going to click R and it's going to ruin your day.
Yeah.
What happens if you gank him top?
If I gank him top, he can't ult himself.
He can't ult himself. So whenever there's a champion of a global ultimate, think Pantheon, think Twisted Fate, think Shen, you want to gank the global. When it's on cooldown, that's when you go and gank the other lanes.
Okay.
Or if you're just insanely fed and you don't care and it's an extra kill for you if he does ult, then you can pick a fight bot. But right now the game's about even. It's 6-6. No one's really clearly ahead. Everyone's still scaling up. I'd be worried about ganking bot right now because of the Shen ult. So it's super good that you're going top. Although it seems like it's kind of accidental that you're doing it. But I like that this dive is coming. And he's there. Let's see if Azir makes a play. Yeah. So I like that you backed off. Just get the tower for free. That's awesome.
I forget what Azir does here. I think he does something stupid. I don't quite remember. Oh, no, he's coming.
Yeah, I like that you're saying they might get Water Dragon. So it's good and bad that you went up there. Because Water Dragon is up, it's risky. Because Shen can stay top and keep pushing. You're just walking into them. They are on it for sure. You're super paranoid. They're on the dragon, right?
No, they weren't.
Oh, weird. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
I think at this point I assumed they backed because they weren't taking it.
Now,
I wouldn't know why they were taking it.
Now, you see Kindred mid, right?
Yep.
But let's say you didn't see Kindred. Like, when you started this dragon, you didn't know where she was. Or they were. What could you have done?
Pulled it out.
Yeah, pulled it out. Why is it good to pull it out of the pit?
So she can't just hop over and smite it.
Yeah, she can also hop over, alt, mess up your smite. Because if you smite, like, at the normal time, your smite's on cooldown for 15 seconds. She can be cute, smite right after.
Yeah.
And then just flash back over the wall or Q back over the wall, one of the two. Or kill you and then do that, all that at once. So if you bring it out here, she just can't do that.
Alright.
Also, it's harder for Lux to land a good ultimate. It's harder for Tristana to jump in and ult you away for the same thing. It just takes away their options.
Yeah.
I had a couple games. Last night, I played an Udyr normal game, which was pretty atrocious. But my team didn't pull it out. The enemy team stole the dragon. Then I went to Diamond Solo Queue. My team did pull it out. They tried. We got 2 free kills in dragon. So, I mean, like, it was a perfect example. Nice, getting the kills. Lots of flashes burned.
My video is a little screwed up because of Skype. Oh, there we go. It's starting to load.
Oh, no worries. I'm at 1936.
Okay, yeah.
Your team is insane. I don't know what the hell they're doing. So what you need to do there is just wait for minions. It's good that you pressured the tower, but now they're going to take, like, bot tower. Now Lux is going to take mid tower.
Yeah.
So it's like your carry's taking, like, 3 shots from the tower each. It's pretty dumb, but there's nothing you can do about that. Alright, so you see Nautilus coming for you. Don't really know where Tristana is. Lux is now missing. Probably good that you're taking this. But you got to be careful, because if they engage on you right now like this, be super worried about that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking might happen. Okay.
Yeah.
So the blue buff was a little greedy. What might have been better, just drop a ward on it and then back off. Because if they start doing it, they'll be on cooldown, and then your team will have time to catch up. But again, nitty-gritty thing. Okay, so at this point in the game, you just died. Fine, whatever. What is your next objective? What should you be taking? And it looks like bot tower is up for them, even though YouTube's in the way.
I should probably, with both of the big jungle camps down, the Scuttler and or Herald and Dragon, probably try and take mid or bot.
Which one first?
I like to go mid first, because it opens up the most.
This opens up the most? Okay, in this specific situation, why is mid also a really, really good one to take?
I'm not sure in this situation.
It's at like 1 auto, and then it's just dead.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But okay, so why am I saying take the outer towers? Why is that really good to do?
It just opens up the map more for me.
Nope. Yeah, I mean, it does open up the map.
And global gold. Yeah.
Global gold, yes. How much gold does each tower give your team?
Was it 500 or 600?
Well, we talked about this. It's more.
Yeah. I don't quite remember off the top of my head.
800 gold for your team. 500 gold to split up to everybody, and then 300 gold split up by whoever's hitting the tower.
Yep. All right.
300 plus 500 is 800. So literally 1 auto attack gets your team 800 gold. It's like 2.5 kills. And then bot lane, same kind of thing. That's a really easy objective to take, especially with Baron not popping for another minute or 2.
Yeah.
So there you go. Make sense?
Yep.
All right, ready?
Yep.
So let's see if you do it. Oh, that's a really aggressive teleport. What the hell is he doing? Good flash by Lucian there. Alright, so you're working towards that Frozen Heart. Now, it's going to start getting to the point where you have very little damage, although your W is fully maxed, so you'll be doing good work against their tanks.
Yeah.
But if you had that Leandri's right now, it'd be a little easier. What is this Nautilus doing? It's made the same mistake your team did. I like how aggressive the Azir is. Guy seems to know what he's doing. You see how slowly you're clearing that? If you had your E fully maxed, that wave would have died already, and then you'd be here with your team tower diving.
Yeah.
Alright, so I like that you're taking that bot tower. Looks like mid tower died to minions, so you can't really take that. Just take this with your team. Just sit there and face take it. Good, and you're the one taking it with all your armor. Nice. Alright, let's pause it. What next? What do you do next? That was good.
Probably try to go mid lane with whoever that is mid lane, I can't quite tell right now. Attacking Vayne.
Why? Okay, so go mid lane just because your Vayne is under siege. Remember, she has Rift Herald though.
Yeah.
She's super slippery. She's probably okay 1v1. But what I'm saying is, general strategy. What is your next move? Because we said the next thing you want to do is take those 2 outer towers. You did it. Good. What next?
Try to group up as a team because we're ahead, I think.
Are you ahead?
I think we are a little bit.
It's
we
about
have,
even, but you do have that extra dragon. Vayne has the Rift Herald.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you necessarily want to group.
Okay.
So walk me through it. Let's say you do group. What are you gonna group up for?
Just mid tower until because I don't want to take an early Baron right now, probably, unless we get like a really easy pick on like Kindred or someone.
Yeah, like if you kill a bunch of people, take Baron.
Yeah.
But if it's 5v5, don't do Baron yet. What do you want to do? Why are you saying mid?
Because it's the middle of the map. It gives the most reaction time if we need to go anywhere else.
Do you need to go anywhere else? Like, what's spawning right now? Is Dragon
Baron,
about to spawn?
No, Baron's about to spawn. Red buff's about to spawn. That's about it.
Yeah, so all this stuff is going to be on the top side of the map, and you just shoved out bot lane. So it doesn't really make sense to go mid. Yeah, I mean, it does to go pick off this Joker up here who's trying to tower dive your fed Vayne with Rift Herald. But mid lane doesn't make sense to me. You would go mid lane if you're worried about, okay, are they going to go Baron? Are they going to go Dragon? I don't know. Mid.
All right.
But Dragon's dead.
Yeah.
It's got like 3 or 4 minutes left on the timer because you guys just took it.
Yeah.
So what would be a better place than mid lane to go and siege and use your Ocean Dragon?
Top lane?
Top lane, yeah. Why top lane?
I mean, Baron's spawning soon, but besides that, I honestly don't know why top lane.
That's actually the right answer, because Baron's up.
Just because Baron?
What happens if you guys all went bot right now?
If we all went bot, they could easily just grab Baron.
Yeah, they just grab Baron. They trade 1 tower for Baron, and that's a good trade for them. So what happens if you go mid right now?
If we go mid, I mean, we're pretty much the same distance from Baron, so...
It's the same distance from Baron, but you just pushed out bot lane, right? So what's probably going to happen?
They're going to go bot lane.
Somebody's going to go bot lane.
Somebody, yeah.
Probably Tristana, maybe Lux. One of the carries is going to go eat that giant wave of farm, because it's too big and too delicious to not do it. So if you go mid, do they have a faster time or a slower time getting to you guys?
They have a faster time getting to us.
Like literally here. Well, let's say the minion wave is here. And it's like maybe 2 waves of minions. You're sieging this tower. Let's just look at this. Versus...
Yeah.
Which one is bigger?
Yeah, it's a pretty solid difference.
So, again, why am I saying top?
Because it's less time of them being together if they do decide to stop us from pushing top.
It gives them a choice. They have to choose between, the minion waves and stopping top. And if there's only 4 people up here and one of their damage dealers is down here, what are you going to do as a Amumu?
Just destroy them.
Yeah, go give them a hug.
Yeah.
Under the tower with all that armor you've been buying instead of damage.
Yep.
So that's when I want to see that alt flash, Q whatever carry is there, maybe Kindred so she can't alt. And then you guys take the tower, and because you have Ocean Dragon, it's fine that you towered out because you're just going to heal back up. Now you're putting pressure on an inhibitor while Lux is, or whoever is walking like here.
Yeah.
Now, if you did that same thing mid, it's going to be a 5v5 because someone's going to clear this and then they can just walk back.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So, that's why I don't really like it. But let's see what you do. We're just saying, what should you do? And top makes sense over bot because Baron's about to spawn. So if you get that really good pick, get a tower, you can fall back to Baron. You can do it if you have pink wards and control of that area, or you can bait, which might be even better because then you have less chance of throwing.
Yeah.
Let us see. Oh, and Vayne just 1v1 because she has Rift Herald buff. Huh. Because she's fed Vayne. Why are you doing the scuttle now?
It was just there pretty much. Just pick it easy.
I guess so. I love the ward. Good job. But remember, you're probably going to be setting up on that top side of the map, so those wards are wasted just because Dragon's not going to be up. Scuttle's kind of wasted because Dragon's not going to be up.
Yep.
And if Kindred has more than 2 stacks, it doesn't really make sense to take Scuttle right now, because it just wastes time. So right now, I probably would have wanted your wards, like, over here. Like, your pink ward is still up, which is amazing. Oh, I would have stunned him with your Q, because then that's a dead Shen.
Yeah.
Like, here, rewatch that. Like, I'm curious why you didn't stun him. Let's watch at 0.5 speed. Tell me what's going through your brain.
Alright.
And I want you to see it, too. So look at your cooldowns and stuff as well. So they get the 4 stuns on him. Right there. There's your Q.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if I used the Q, if I would be able to burst him down in time.
Well, your team was all there.
Yeah, like I wasn't super confident, so I was waiting for him to do his taunt over the wall. And then when he did that, I was taunted, which I completely like.
So you're going to follow him with your Q.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I can kind of see that, but you have so much damage. Like, you had all your damage dealers there. You have a Vayne who just shreds tanks. You have your W fully maxed. Just do it. Just do it. You also didn't smite. So that's another thing. I'm noticing that you bought the Chilling Smite early. You haven't used it, like, once in combat.
Yeah.
So maybe Tracker's Knife might be better for you, so you get those extra wards. Just because you're literally not using the item you spent early gold on.
Yeah, okay.
So a couple things I'm noticing. Those are the big ones. Use your Chilling Smite. Use your ability when it's a sure thing. Save it when it's not a sure thing. Mm-hmm. We talked about that earlier with that Lux gank. But there, like, he was just stunned.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Okay.
And then if you do it faster, Vayne can save her E, her Condemn, and then he's just into wall, because you can chain your CC together. But because you didn't do your job, you got taunted, he got away, Vayne actually flashed over the wall chasing him and then died, and now you guys are about to give up a Baron, it looks like. So let's see what happens. But this is on you, actually. You needed to queue a little earlier.
Yeah.
You also saved your ult. It's fine using your ultimate even if it's on one person, if it's a sure thing. Like, good ultimate there. There's the Shen ult coming in. Again, if you had killed that Shen, that was a sure kill on the Kindred.
Yep.
Now they get Baron, right?
Yeah.
But you kind of see how that one little mistake snowballed into that?
Yeah.
And then Braum is saying, yeah, that was a disengage because we didn't have any damage. And that makes sense.
I also think I wasn't expecting to get blown up that fast with my Cinder Hulk Frozen Heart.
Yeah. You don't have any magic resist. I think Lux landed all the things on you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's another reason you want that early damage early. Because let's say you did the exact same thing, but instead of Cinder Hulk Frozen Heart, you had a Leandri's Cinder Hulk. I think Shen dies.
Yeah.
So even if you don't use your Q, he's just dead.
Yeah.
And then Vayne doesn't flash over the wall chasing a dead guy because he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't ult in to save people because he's dead. You know, it's a completely different game, and then I think you guys have Baron.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Sorry, dead horse being beaten even more to dead, but I want you to see it.
Yeah.
So itemization, that's one problem. Second problem, you were saving your Q a little too long here. So before you were going way too ham when you needed to save it. Now that it's like team fighting time, you're saving it when you need to go ham.
Yeah.
So reverse those, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
So 2 things you can fix. Itemization, use your Q to like set up your teammates for success so they don't do dumb shit and flash over walls.
Yeah. All right.
Cool. But right now, what's your plan? Is it do what the Vayne's doing in 1v5?
No. At this point, I don't remember if I told my team.
Holy fed Vayne. Holy Rift Herald. But again, this is why the Rift Herald is so good.
Yeah. I think at this point I wanted my team to kind of just stay under towers and try to wait out the Baron.
Yep, wait out Baron. You can use as your passive. The worst thing you can do right now is try to siege against a Baroned up team. Why?
Siege against the Baroned up team because of the buffed minions.
Yeah, the buffed minions. It's just a freaking nightmare. I think the best call would be shove out the lanes, secure Dragon. But because you went top... So time out. Let's talk about what just happened. Kindred just got a free Mountain Dragon. She just jumped over the wall and just did it because she has a bunch of stacks and she's Kindred. That's what Kindred does. Why were you top?
I went up there because I wasn't expecting Vayne to do that good, and I was expecting more people to come up to kill Vayne. And at the same time, I was kind of thinking, like, either they're all gonna come up top to try to kill Vayne, or they're all gonna be at a Mountain Drake, and we can't really fight them at Mountain Drake right now. I didn't think.
So think about it this way: they can either be all top, or they can either be all at Mountain Drake. So Vayne just killed Tristana. If they all go top, Vayne's probably dead, right?
Yeah.
If you're top, are you gonna fight with a dead Vayne?
Probably not.
Nah. So you probably want to be on the other side of the map, because if they all go top, that means Mountain Dragon is yours.
Yeah.
Now, if they all go Mountain Dragon and Vayne is still top, what is she gonna do?
If they're all Mountain Dragon Vayne's top, she's just gonna split the
Yeah, she's
split push the wave
she
up.
still has Rift Herald. She could probably take a tower, even though they have Baron.
Yeah.
Or, pull Shin out so that he can't do things. And if he tries to ult, she can just condemn him and get him out of it.
Yeah.
She's fed Vayne and she eats Shin alive at this point. So I think the decision to go top was bad, because you kind of want to split them up and you don't want to fight around towers. And there's literally nothing for you to take up here. So you went up there, you were sweeping the Baron area with Braum, which is good, but, Baron just got taken. It's not going to be back for another 7 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like no one's going to be up there. It makes no sense for them to be up there. So I think what would have been better, assume Vayne's either going to win or lose, right? But
Yeah.
in either case, there's nothing really for you to take up there. So why are you there?
All right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So if you see Vayne up there and she just kills someone and then Shin runs away with his tail between his legs, you shouldn't be up there. And if she dies, same thing. You shouldn't be up there, because you're just going to watch them take a tower and be sad. Instead, if you had ran straight to Dragon, you could just catch that Kindred and kill her.
Yeah.
Or she jumps over the wall, then it's your dragon, and it's an Earth Dragon, so it's not a big deal. But that was an Infernal Dragon? That sucks.
Yeah.
So, Cyril, let's watch this again, just so you can see what I'm seeing, okay? I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to here, because it started 2 minutes ago. So right now, actually more than that, right now, here is where you decide what to do. 24:36. Dragon's about to spawn. There's a giant wave pushing bot. Vayne is making the decision to just YOLO in on the Tristan and the Shin, because she sees Tristan as at half health.
Yeah.
So watch what you do. And I like that you're checking tab to see. So you look up here, you should see this, and you're like, oh, Vayne has it. Good. Immediately you should turn around. So,
Okay.
because right now, look at the map. What are you going to take? What are you going to accomplish by going top?
Pretty much nothing.
Literally nothing.
Yeah.
So what else could you be doing?
Going bot lane to stop the wave and get more tabs on Dragon.
Yeah, so this is a big juicy wave. No one is going for it. That's your wave. You can farm your jungle. You can set up wards on Dragon. You could tell your team, let's go down here and let Vayne split with Rift Herald buff. Because that's what Vayne wants. If you go next to her, you literally make her worse, because she loses the damage reduction.
Yeah. Alright.
So watch again. So you're still going up here. This is the most wasteful thing ever. No reason for Braum to be up there either. You see them going bot, oh cool, a pink ward. Well, now they know you're up here. That immediately tells Kindred, oh, free Dragon.
Yep.
And that's why they got it. Yep, there she is. There's the free Dragon. And that is about a minute or two later. But do you see how the decision should have been, go farm this giant wave bot, go farm your jungle, put a ward on Dragon?
Yeah.
And again, it's because, well, let's say they were all top. Well, it's you and Vayne versus the world. Braum's up there too, but are you going to win a 3v5 against Baroned up people?
3v5 against random people? Probably not.
Probably not, no. So if that's happening, I would just back up. Hope to God Azir is going to use his ult to save the next tower, at least the inhibitor tower. Maybe Lucian can use his call, because he was up kind of in the middle of the map too.
Yeah.
But while that's going on, you take Dragon, shove out this bot wave, create some pressure, and just kind of stall out their Baron. That's what you should be thinking.
Alright.
Instead, you didn't, and now they got a free Dragon. Also, another reason fighting around Dragon is good. Why is that good?
Fighting around Dragon?
Yeah, right now they have Baron, right? So why would fighting around Dragon be good? Good, Q! Now, that
because-
was blind, so that's fine. Caught Nautilus, too. Nice.
Yeah.
So that time, it was amazing that you were using your Q to kind of engage and do the things. All right, cool. So you just killed 4 of them. And Shin, he just canceled his teleport for whatever reason. You're going to get an inhibitor, and you're going to get 2 inhibitors, it looks like. But okay, let me pause real quick. Why would fighting around Dragon be better?
because you're around the objective and they're not putting pressure on with their Baron. They're not shoving the super minions into you.
Yes.
From beacon lanes.
So what is Baron for? Like, what is that buff for?
It's for sieging towers, pretty much.
It's for sieging towers. If they're by dragon, what are they not doing?
Sieging towers.
Exactly. So that's another reason you want to use dragon to kind of waste their time with the Baron buff.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
All right.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. So let's see what you get. I'm hoping you get 2 towers. Oh, that's horrible. And remember, you have Ocean Dragon, so it's fine if you take a few shots. Because you got 15 seconds on that. You can probably take that mid inhib. Oh, you get scared. That's sad.
Yeah.
Did Lucian get bot tower? Nope. One of the reasons I'm saying you could take that mid inhib, Tristana went bot to deal with Lucian. Can you guys take a Nautilus with 3 of you?
I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
With my W, anyway.
With your W, you can definitely do that. It's a support Nautilus.
Yeah.
So it's fine that you're playing safe. I think you could have killed Nautilus and gotten more just because Lucian was distracting bot. So if they all come for you, he's going to get another tower. Even if you die, tower's worth 800 gold, 900 gold if it's a tier 2. Is that worth your death? Especially when Baron's down and Dragon's down and there's nothing you can really fight over?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Alright, so now you're doing the ARAM thing mid. Why are we doing the ARAM thing mid?
I don't know. At this point. I think at this point I was starting to get, like, frustrated at my team. And I wasn't, like, thinking fully.
So far, your team is actually playing pretty well. The one big mistake was not using your Q on the Shen. And that's on you, actually. So.
Yeah.
But I hear you. Like, it's hard to see that in the middle of the game. Very nice. Solid. You did the flash ult, too.
Mm-hmm.
Very pretty. Ace? Okay, so you guys just win here?
No.
What? Huh?
Yeah, Brahm's not doing anything. I couldn't tank it from that low.
Yeah,
At least I didn't think I could.
Braum needs to be tanking the tower instead of jacking off or whatever he's doing. So you're still going to get the inhib, right?
Yeah.
Alright, good. Alright, so you got the inhib. Let's pause. You could have gotten that inhib faster. Braum was just a man. Because remember, you have the Ocean Dragon too, so everyone would have been healing while he was doing that. And he can still spam the jack-offing emote or whatever he was doing while he's taking tower. What are you thinking you guys do now?
Now, I was gonna try to... I know wow, I can't talk. Top lane's pushing up, and bot lane's pushed into us. So I was probably going to try to do that. See if Tristana was still around, because she was just pushing that. But try to shove out bot lane.
So do you guys have ults?
No.
You're at half health.
Yeah.
Probably want to back first, right? Shove out bot lane.
Yeah.
That makes sense. What do you want to set up for next?
Setting up for would probably be... I think Dragon was coming up next.
Dragon will be up, Baron will be up shortly after, if my jumble senses are right. So you can fall back, ward Dragon, get that bot farm, or you can recall, get that bot farm, ward Dragon. But you're probably playing towards the bottom side of the map, because top is pushing, like you said, bot is pushing in, Dragon's about to spawn. And you have the supers pushing mid, so somebody's going to have to come deal with it, so there will be a little bit of an imbalance.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Let's see what you do. It's looking like you guys are just going to tower dive a tower. Lucian going in first. Walking the scariest way possible. And this is fine just because it was low. Like, I couldn't tell if that was a full tower or not. Sucks that Vayne, like, just got caught with her pants down. Oh, this is so bad.
Yeah.
This is not good. You did not want to engage there. I love that he tower dove. Or that he set up the tower for you. But this is not a good fight. And that was, again, you starting that fight.
Yep.
And while this is going on, Tristana is just murdering your base, and they're just going to stop your recalls. So it was good that you picked up that tower.
But it should have just left.
You should have just left. You can get that tower in a second. It's safer. So instead, you guys... It looks like you're going to do a really dumb fight, but you traded a tower for a tower, and then Vayne died. And I think she had a killing spree, too, so that sucks.
Yeah.
Alright, you have 1,600 gold. I'm hoping you... Oh, you didn't buy. Didn't have time to, because you guys did dumb fights. And so you lost another tower.
Yeah.
Vayne is now racking up Vayne spotting points. So yeah, buy. Spend your gold. Oh, but now Dragon's up. Where are you? You guys are on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah.
Nope, dragon's dead. But do you see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that. The decision should have been back, push this wave out, set up for dragon, get this tower.
Yeah.
Instead, what happened is you got this tower, died, got routed, and they took tower here, and dragon. So just be a louder voice and tell your team, hey, we need to back.
Yeah.
And if they want to tower dive, fine. You are not them. You're not a lemming falling them off a cliff or jumping off the bridge after your friend does. You back, you farm this giant wave. Cool, more gold for you, more Leandri's torments, and more damage items. And then you go and ward up the dragon. And if Vayne dies or Lucian dies because they want to tower dive without a tank, that's on them. Because they're bad. Now, okay, so what are you going to do now?
Set up stuff around Baron, because that just spawns.
I like that. Are you guys ahead or behind?
At this point, I feel like it's safe to assume we're behind. Granted, we do have the super minions shoving down mid lane, so that's nice.
You're actually still ahead. Because they don't have Baron buff. Like, still, team fights can go either way, depending on how good or bad they are. But right now, you have a fed Vayne. You're pretty damn fed. You just got your power spike against the tanks, finally. Should have bought this first item, but it's fine.
Yeah.
You guys are ridiculously strong right now.
Yeah.
And what you can do is you can probably... what would you do? Because I think you are a little bit ahead.
What I would do, and what I think I do is I ward up Baron and I group up with those two near top lane.
Cool.
And try to shove that out a bit as mid shoves in.
That makes sense. What I would do in this situation, do that, ward up around Baron, wait for mid lane to shove in, and just kind of dance around Baron. Bait the Baron. Act like you're going to do it, then back off. Let your Ocean Dragon heal you up. And then when the enemy team funnels in, somebody has to deal with those super minions, right? So you wait until the supers are pushed up before you engage. Because when they're pushed up, if you pick a 5v5, even if you guys lose it, the super minions are still going to take one of the Nexus towers, if not both.
Yeah.
And if you wait a little bit longer, someone's going to go deal with them, and then you have a 5v4. And when you're a little bit ahead or even, 5v4 means you win.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking you want to do here. So let's see what happens. Ready?
Yep.
And right now, itemization is fine as long as you can dodge that Lux Peel. You missed a blue trinket. But again, that's fine because you're probably like, oh my god, what is my team doing? If I was going to ward, you just warded over the Baron wall. I mean, not sure why. Where would be a better spot to ward? Let's look at that Rift Kit.
Probably behind the blue buff. And
Yes,
in front of the blue buff.
So like here and here or here. Actually, probably here, so you can wait in this bush. Maybe drop a pink there, which you should be buying every time you back. But the reason for that is you got supers pushing mid, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be pressure here. Someone's going to have to go deal with them if they get to this point. So what you want to do is just dance around this area, not really fight. Like, use stuff to disengage if you have to. But when someone goes down here, like maybe Tristana goes to deal with this, if the enemy team is trying to like stop you at Baron, it'll be Nautilus running in, Shin running in. Actually, Shin should be the one to deal with this because he has his ult.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what you need to do then is just kind of sit in this bush, wait for them to come as 4, and then just annihilate them before Shin has time to react. And if he does have time to react, cool. You pulled him off of these, and they're going to take the Nexus Tower, and you already have a head start at murdering them.
Yeah.
So again, that's probably what you're thinking. Instead, you just warded up the Baron. You already know they're not doing it. Oh god, what did I do? Here, I think it's about here, right?
Yeah. Because there's the ward over the Baron pit, and I met up with them.
So right now, you have the 2 carries. Mid, clearing stuff. Azir is bot for some godforsaken reason. I guess he has teleport, but when they see Azir bot, they're thinking, oh, let's engage. Good flash ult. Solid flash ult. Good job. That's fine. You did your job there. You guys should clean up this team fight. I know Lux is alive with like 1 health.
Yeah.
But that was fine. It was sloppy because Azir wasn't there. But look at what's happening now. Like, Lux has to go clear Baroned up minions. Not Baroned up minions, super minions. Azir's going to get this tower. So you guys traded... Like, this is a wand team fight because you got an objective off of it. And right now, she is not cleaning up the big minions, so yeah, that should be fine. So he needs a recall. Why bot? Why are you running bot? Just because there's a mark?
I think I was going towards my blue buff, yeah.
Okay. You need to not be at blue buff, because Elder Dragon's going to spawn soon. It's one more dragon, and then Elder. But right now, like, they're thinking Baron, and they have that Earth Dragon, so they can take Baron really fast.
Yeah.
So I'm like that you're walking over there. So same kind of play. You can also siege the mid inhibitor, but Azir's tower is down, so it's going to be tough to do that.
Yeah.
Let's see what you do. Shen is bot. I like that you're running in there. I hope you guys just engage on this. You have your ult up. So I'm just jump on them. Don't give Shen time to siege. Good, you're shredding the tanks. That's fine that you died there. That's your job. Notice that you died, both tanks died, Kindred died. Oh, good flash by the Lucy. He's going too ham. He's probably going to die here. Does he pull it off? Oh, good flash. So what he needs to do is right-click the inhibitor a few times. He's trying to lifesteal, it looks like. A better item instead of that Randuin's, because you already have the Frozen Heart. Just start building that Abyssal Scepter.
Yeah.
You need if you click your death recap, I think Lux was the main culprit there. Also, if you do that, it'll make Azir do more damage.
Yeah.
Because of the passive that reduces magic resist. But that was a fine fight, and you got the inhibitor out of it. Lucian survived. You blew a bunch of flashes. That's perfect. What's the plan now?
Baron, pretty much. Just shove out top lane, and then try to either bait it or just grab it as they super minion shove in.
Yeah, you need to shove out bot lane too. Azir's teleport is down, so somebody needs to do bot lane real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick, and then get over there. So if Lucy does it, like, they're probably just going to run straight to Baron. If Azir does it, he has a little more mobility. Vayne, it was running heal and not teleport, but somebody needs to shove out bot lane real quick, and it can't be you, because if you go bot, then they're...
Yeah, it's free Baron.
They just take free Baron. And it looks like they're going to need Baron to break your guys' base. Just because team fights, you just keep winning team fights. So if they, like, try to siege, you're just going to jump on them. I like that you're top pushing this wave. That's fine. I hate that you're doing your red buff. Vayne doesn't need help. What you need to do is shove out top here, because you need that map pressure, map control. It's good that Vayne is doing it.
Yeah.
I want to see a tab and see what dragon is up next to. I don't think it's Elder. That spawns at 35?
Yeah, it should be Elder then, I think.
Holy Azir, okay. Yeah, it is Elder. You're right.
Yeah, I think we take Elder here.
So pull it out of the pit. Lux can do about 2,000 damage with her full burst combo right now. That is more than your smite.
Yeah.
So it's really good that Vayne is just... Oh, there's the Kindred ult. There's Lux's burst combo. You get the smite. Actually, Lucian gets the smite, but pull it out, then you don't have to worry about that. That was actually the exact situation we talked about earlier for why you pull out the thing. She used her ult to make it so you couldn't burst it down. So, makes sense?
Yep.
Okay. And you guys are going ham. You need to be in front of Lucian there. It doesn't look like it, but you actually have more health than him right now.
Yeah.
Because you have effective health with all your armor. So you just killed the jungler. Lux is dead. What should you have done instead of backed?
Should have just rushed for Baron.
Should just rush Baron. Because mid and hip is down. I like that they're on it. You could be doing it right now.
Yeah.
And Triss is farming the supers, right? You could be doing Baron right now.
Yeah.
So,
and
I think the tanks are there. Whatever.
I think we're getting close to the part where I completely screwed up. Yeah.
No worries. And you screwed up a few other times too, right?
You know, yeah, but this is where it all went downhill right here.
This looks like a Juan team fight. Oh, you don't have ult, I guess.
No.
What was that damage?
Yeah. And that's what screwed me, is I spent too much time focusing on building armor to stop those two. That Lux just completely dominated me.
Yeah, so now if you had rushed straight to Baron, I think you guys could have bursted down because Triss was clearing supers. If like Shen and Nautilus run on you, that's cute. Just leave your W up, you'll kill them with your Leandries. Yeah, so that just sucks. But Abyssal would have been nice to have here instead of Randuin's, just because it'll give you more damage. It'll help against like not base damage, Shen, Sunfire, Cape,
Yeah.
Lux, everything. It'll make Azir do more damage, even though Azir wasn't there.
Yeah.
But now they get another Baron, and Tristana probably has enough time to take an inhib tower.
Yeah.
Okay, but you kind of see what's happening, right?
Yep.
Hindsight 2020, of course.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I think Azir's right. Just peel me. Makes sense. Lucian's really fed. Vayne's really fed. What you need to do is just peel for them at this point. And you've been doing that. You've been doing a good job peeling. It's just your build could be a little bit better and your decision-making could be a little bit crisper.
Yeah.
Because with Elder Dragon, you take that Baron so fast.
Yeah. I wasn't even, like, thinking about that, which is a problem.
But you see it now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So the next time this exact situation happens, you'll just run on it. And cool, if Nautilus pokes his little head around to face check, you have a bandage waiting for him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and because Tristana's clearing the stuff mid, because Lux and Kindred were dead, it's fine. All right, I like that Azir is putting the tower down. This is amazing. Vayne needs to get there. Braum, he's not going to clear minions by himself. I don't know what he's doing. But this is good. It's good that you're sieging. It's good that you're stopping this. Or anti-sieging, rather.
Yeah.
So Vayne's going bot for the Shin. That's fine. She can stop his ult with her E. What you need to do is exactly what you're doing. Just make it so they can't take stuff. Tristana is 1v2ing. Okay, Nautilus is up there. Yep, I like this play. Braum just needs to use his ult. There it is. Okay, she jumped away. I like that you go back to Nautilus, kill him real quick. Anytime you can ult. Nice. Good job. This is fine. What you did here was perfect.
And then everything else just falls apart.
Yeah, that sucks. But I don't know, and I think that's just because they have a lot of stats from the Baron, and they're taking stuff fast because they have that Earth Dragon, so it's a bunch of little mistakes adding up into a loss.
Yep.
Also, I think if you look at your death recap, Lux probably just deleted you, because no MR.
Yeah. Yep. I was pretty much relying on just my base HP, which worked for a while, but towards the late game it just didn't.
It works if you can dodge the skill shots, but
yeah.
She was landing some good ults. Alright, so do you kind of see like what could have been better?
Yeah, I definitely see what could have been better.
Alright, cool.
I hate watching that game. That was such an easy win.
Yeah, like I'm seeing like 5 or 6 things you could have done better that just would have sealed that win like maybe 10 minutes earlier than what happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was some good stuff too. You had some really nice flash ult combos. You had some really solid ganks. You had some good decision making. You outsmited like a really tough team to outsmite an Elder Dragon. So there's good mixed in with the bad, but you need to focus on the bad because those are the mistakes that are going to hold you back.
Yeah, definitely.
But I really like that you're doing that flash ult combo. That looked really nice, man.
It's so fun to do.
Oh, it's so good. But the main things to work on. Let's go over them, okay?
Yeah.
So homework. Your build is just shit.
Alright.
So on Amumu or Diana, any AP jungler, start 2 times Dorans. Okay?
2 times Dorans.
Then damage item. If you're going the damage jungle item, that's fine. Get that first. If you're not, if you're going Cinderhulk, if you're going the attack speed one for some reason, get that second or third.
Alright.
So damage item on Amumu, Liandry's, or Rylai's, just something like that, okay?
Yeah.
And if you're going Rylai's, you're going the needlessly large rod first.
Alright, yeah. Just for the damage boost.
Then jungle, then tank. And when I say tank on like Amumu, Abyssal Scepter is a tank item. Okay?
Okay.
Because it has magic resist in it.
Yeah.
It has damage too, but it's a tank item. Rylai's is a tank item because it has health.
Yeah.
Another thing you could do, they had double AD carry. What would have been an amazing tank item that's also kind of offensive against that team, like better than Randuin's.
Thornmail?
Thornmail. You had Frozen Heart, which is really good. You know the interaction with Liandry's?
Yes. We went over that last time.
So it's good that you bought that and that. Buy the Liandry's first.
Yep.
It'll just be better. But if you also get Rylai's, you don't need to worry about getting a Frozen Heart. Because you're also just slowing them. And then that'll let you get that Thorn Mail too, which will be really, really good. Why would Thorn Mail be good against this team?
Fairly auto attack based with
Kindred,
and
Vayne.
Trist.
Not Vayne, Kindred, Trist. And then
Yeah.
also, you have that Leandries, right? So what happens when they auto attack you?
Does that count as spell damage for
I don't
Leandries?
think you get the passive burn, but you get
Right.
magic pin from Leandries.
Yeah. That is magic damage.
And it counts as magic damage. Another trick you
Yeah.
can do, I talk about this sometimes, you can buy a blue elixir for 500 gold if you just have extra gold and not enough to buy anything. And if you have Thornmail and they attack you, it does magic damage, which procs the true damage from that elixir. And then if you get an Abyssal Scepter, that combined with your Leandries is even more magic damage because of all that magic pin. And then your passive, when you auto attack one person, you're doing true damage with that build, and you're tanky as shit.
Yeah.
So
should I be
this.
going? Should I be going? Like if I need to peel for someone, basically, like if I'm trying to play the more peely game, should I just go Rylai's instead of Leandries?
I would go yes and no. I would go Leandries first just because it's solo queue and you need damage.
All right, so I should kind of get both if I like.
I would do this, okay?
All right.
And I'm just laying it out for you. And I'm saying Thornmail or Abyssal because like you could buy, the resistance components like the Negatron cloak and then the chain vest and just sit on those depending on what you need. Because with these three items, you're just gonna have a shit ton of health. And so then start building these depending on who's fed on the enemy team, and then boots somewhere in there too.
Yeah.
And Ninja Tabby is usually the best boots on Amumu.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10 I build Ninja Tabby unless I have like a crap ton of CC.
It synergizes with your E. It's just really, really good. If they have a crap ton of CC, you could get Mercs, but at the same time, if they're crowd controlling you, they're not crowd controlling your carries. If you're playing more of a carry Amumu, like your team is just dumb, you could get Magic Pin boots.
Yeah.
That's a thing. Another thing, you don't have any cooldown reduction in this build. You have it from the Abyssal Scepter, right? So cooldown reduction boots are fine too.
Yeah.
It also makes your flash come off cooldown more often, so you can get more alt flashes in.
Yeah. In my runes, should I be taking the mastery for less cooldown on my
What's your
summoner
name
spells?
right now?
I don't think I want to tell you.
Okay.
I'm
I need to look at your
basically-
runes though.
Yeah, my well, I change my runes between every game.
That's weird. Do you mean masteries?
Oh, no, masteries. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what I mean. Not
Okay.
the runes that do that. I'm sorry. Hold on. I actually changed it last night when I was intoxicated. Little moment of shame here, and I'm not updated.
No worries.
So-
That's fine. But
I mean-
here, what masteries are you asking about?
The mastery that it lowers the cooldown on your summoner spells. It's in the resolve tree, whatever the tree is. Should I be taking that? Because I forget what the opposite is, but I'm taking that right now.
So here's the way to think about it. This item, this one right here, Perseverance, it is one of the most gold efficient masteries in the game.
Mhm.
Because it happens at all times during the game. You just have extra stats at all times. Just 50% extra base health regen. It's not a lot, but it's really, really good. And if you ever get super low in your jungle, that 200% is a ton.
Yeah.
So this is just proccing at all points during the game. It doesn't seem like a lot. Like here, what is that little baby? It's like a regen bead.
Oh, the yeah, I have no idea what that's called.
Rejuvenation bead, okay.
Oh, so literally just that.
So what it does is it gives you 50% base health regen, right?
Yeah.
So that mastery just gives you 150 gold for taking it.
Mhm.
So it's just good because at all points during the game, you have this.
Yeah.
Now
That's
your
that's
smite
one
and your
tip.
flash, this one is, it's okay. Like here, flash is a 5-minute cooldown, right? So that's 300 seconds. What is 15% of that? It takes 45 seconds off of that.
Seconds, yep.
Now, there were times where you didn't ult for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, can you wait the 45 seconds?
Probably. Yeah.
Probably, right?
All right. So keep with my normal mastery setup.
Yeah. Now, that mastery is really good if you're like taking teleport and you want more teleport plays, because 5-minute cooldown on teleport is really long, and you probably have teleport flash, right?
Yeah.
And if you want to get the CDR boots on top of that, it just snowballs a little bit more and makes it so it's on a really short cooldown. So that's really important on champions like Annie, where your engage is flash tibbers.
Yeah.
But on Amumu, like, you can just wait, and it doesn't really help you in the jungle. And like you said, you were worried about, like, getting low on your early clear.
Yeah, so just keep with Perseverance.
Yeah, because it's just better at all points during the game. You get that extra 150 gold worth of stats. And it's just really, really good. And if you ever get low, it jumps up to 150 times 4, which is 600 gold worth of stats. This one, all it does is it lets you do a flash ult 45 seconds sooner.
Yeah.
Because the smite, if it made it so your smite wasn't a 15-second cooldown between smites, that'd actually be pretty broken. But it doesn't. So in the jungle, this isn't as good. And if you're trying to make like a mixtape, a highlight reel, take this one just so you have more flash plays. Sure. Yeah. But this one will win you more games in the long run.
All right.
These are the masteries I would take, like, pretty much every game. If they have just an insane amount of CC, I would take this.
What I do is, I almost have exactly that, but in the Resolve tree, the 3rd tier one, I take Veteran Scars right now.
Why?
I don't know, I just don't heal a whole lot or shield a whole lot, so I feel like the other one wasn't really doing a whole lot.
So this one right here, shields, healing, regeneration, and lifesteal on you.
So it helps with the jungle item.
It helps with the jungle item, because remember, the jungle item gives you constant regen in the jungle. Yeah. If you're taking this, you have constant regen. Your character just has constant regen. Mm-hmm. Think of it this way. Would you rather have a little bit more stats at all points during the game, or would you rather have 50 health?
Probably want the stats.
And if your teammates have any form of shields or healing.
Yeah.
Like you always want runic armor.
Okay.
So this one is just better. It just completely outclasses Veteran Scars. Now this might be really good if you're like, I'm going to invade level 3, and I'm going to fight, and I've done the math, and I know I need an extra 49 health to win the game. But that's super nitty gritty. Like I would take this like 100% of the time, just because it's better. Because think about it this way, what's your natural regen on Amumu?
The natural regen would probably just be the jungle items and.
But here, let's just look at them. Like base regen.
The base regen. Oh god. 8.9 to 23.3.
And that's 8.9 over 5 seconds. So let's just call it 9. And this is at level 1.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 1.8 per second. Now, it doesn't seem like a lot, right? But if you start multiplying that out by like 50% from this, if you start multiplying that out by I guess it's 1.08, what ends up happening is you get this amount of health back like every 40 seconds or so.
Okay.
So, like, I just don't see it. And then if you're late game, like, this will do so much more for you than this. If you get one Ocean Dragon, this will do so much more for you than this.
Yeah.
So it's like, would you like more or less stats?
Okay, yeah, I see that.
Now, if you're going to do a bunch of fighting, like before level 6, this is better.
Okay.
Like if you're going to tower dive level 3, like if you're playing Volibear or something, this might be better. Although this works really nicely with Volibear passive.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah. The other thing that was different was I take Natural Talent over the Lifesteal one in the first tree.
Why?
For pretty much the same reason on why I took Veteran Scars over the other one, because you don't really have a whole lot of built-in healing. So I kind of like the extra damage early game to help clear and to help do a few early ganks.
This does literally nothing early game, by the way. like I'll take this in my games, but it's just because I get tilted when the enemy team walks away with 1 health after a gank. And I just got sick of that. But this one, this Spell Vamp one, is just better. It used to be really good when Smite counted as a magic damage.
Yeah.
Because the Spell Vamp would let you just heal off of the Smite. But this one is just really, really good for Amumu, especially with this, because remember how we talked about you were worried about getting low in the jungle?
Yeah.
Well, 2% of all the damage you're doing from your W, from your E, it's just coming back to you as health. And over time, it pays off. And that, with this, it outclasses stuff. Like, it gives you more than 50 health back.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Makes sense to me, yeah.
So this is just better. Now let's look at this. Like literally, just look at what it is. Like let's put this in perspective. And like I was watching Last Shadow's stream yesterday. I'm waiting for Excel to load. I was watching Last Shadow's stream yesterday, and he was roasting people's OP.GGs in exchange for $10. And it was pretty funny because there was a Lissandra one trick in Platinum, and she had 2 masteries. One was Liss, one was Liss scaling, and the only difference was that this wasn't the scaling one. and then he just did the math. So let's see what it does. It's 2 plus 0.44 per level attack damage. So let's do that. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna just go all the way up to level 18 here, so you can see what happens. So there's 18. So it's equal to 2 plus the level times 0.44. This is the AD you get. Now the AP you get is this. Let's see what it gives. 3 plus 0.67 per level. So same kind of equation. 3 plus 0.67 times whatever the level is. I'm just multiplying it by that because that's the level. So you do this. Here's what you do. So late game, you're getting, like at level 18, you're getting 15 AP and 10 AD. Did you even get to level 18 that last game?
I think I did, like right at the very end, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, so let's go back here. Let's say, look down here. So early levels, you're getting 5 extra AP. You're getting 3 extra AD. Do you care about the AD as a Amumu?
Not a whole lot, no.
Not really. I mean, it's something. Does the AP do much for you?
It does a little, but 5
little.
Not really a whole lot.
Like, I take it because I'm bad, and I just get tilted if people, like, walk away with 1 health. This 5 AP at level 3 makes it so they don't walk away with 1 health. Yeah. And also, the jungler I play a lot of Sejuani. She doesn't have a lot of damage, so I need whatever I can get.
Yeah.
But this is nothing. Yeah. Now, let's say it's a late game, and, like, over time, you know, your W is doing, like, 1,000 damage in team fights. What's 2% of 1,000 damage?
2% of 1,000 damage. 200?
Not 200, but 20. You know,
20. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm terrible.
Now, let's say you did more than 1,000 damage. Let's say, like, at the end of the game, and like if you showed me your OP.GG, I can look through and be like, okay, on Amumu, how much damage did you do at the end of the game? Like here, let's look through one of my games. Sure, save those masters. Oh boy, oh baby. Here, I had a pretty good Sejuani game. But let's see what I would have gotten out of that 1 mastery if I had taken that over the damage. So I did. Let's just see. I'm looking at damage dealt. What am I doing? I gotta click the stats. So damage dealt. Let's say total damage dealt, just all of it. 112. 111. Let's call it 111, right?
Alright.
This is how much healing that mastery gave me over the course of the entire game.
Huh.
And again, it's over the course of the entire game, so it might not win you a fight, but in the long run, like I'm just getting a shit ton of stuff back. Now, if I did this, you'd make the same kind of argument. Be like, okay, how much did this 5 AP do an extra damage for me? So it's like,
Yeah.
And like, if your job, like, think about that game right here. I'm going to delete this. I'm just trying to make a point. It's so little, it, like, doesn't matter. Especially on Amumu where you're doing % health damage, right?
Yeah.
But if you look at that game that we just played, you literally had 2 AD carries and an Azir and then a Braum. Like, what's your job? Is it to do damage?
No. It was mostly to peel and lock down their damage.
And there were a few team fights where, like, if you had just survived a little bit longer, you guys would have won, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just think about it. Think about it. The little things add up. So this is why I'm saying this will be better. Also, it'll help your early clear. It'll help you be healthier. Cool?
All right. Yeah. Cool. Crap. Where's my stuff? All right. I had a couple more questions.
Yeah, shoot.
Fire off real quick before this ends.
Yeah, let's do it.
First off, is there any other like solid like team fighty junglers that I should learn how to play that have a better early game? Because
who do you play right now?
Right now, I play Amumu. That's pretty much like all I play. Sometimes like a stray Diana game, but for the most part 90%.
You would like Sejuani. She's a harder Amumu.
Okay.
Pick up Gragas too. same kind of champions. You need an AD jungler as well.
AD jungler.
So if you like just because let's say your team picks all AP, let's say you have an Anivia bot lane for some reason. I don't know why, but let's say you do. Who would I recommend? Rammus would be pretty good too. He's pretty...
I know I was trying to pick up Hecarim, but he's banned like 100% of the time.
Pick up Hecarim. Because eventually he won't be flavor of the month and he won't be banned again. Who else would be good? I'm trying to think because you need someone AD. Wukong I wouldn't recommend. I just like playing him because he's fun. Pantheon you could learn, but he's a little weak right now. Scion jungle could work. Rek'Sai jungle is who I'd recommend. So
Rek'Sai?
Just learn Hecarim or Rek'Sai. And I know Rek'Sai just got nerfed a little, but she's still strong.
See, I tried to play Rek'Sai before, but I always feel like I had zero presence in team fights. So how do I like team fight as Rek'Sai? Like just a quick little rundown. So what I'm supposed to be doing.
So Rek'Sai's job is to kind of like split push and create pressure, and then ult in and like just jump in on people. She's kind of like Hecarim. She jumps in and starts shit. But like her weakness is she gets peeled pretty easily. The way you play Rek'Sai is you rush a Titanic Hydra, Cinderhawk, then just build straight tank.
Okay.
Same kind of thing as Amumu. You don't buy Cinderhawk first, you buy it second or third. But so get your damage item first. Titanic Hydra is great because every auto attack in your queue, you're doing all that AoE damage. Yeah. And then the Titanic Hydra will scale up because as you get that extra health, you're going to be stacking it because of Cinderhawk, your Keystone, all the other tank items you're getting. It'll just do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And then as Rek'Sai, you want to split push because if you have Titanic Hydra and straight tank, nobody should be able to 1v1 you. Maybe like a Vayne or someone with percent health true damage.
Okay.
But even if they can kill you, you can always get away because you're so slippery with your E.
Yeah.
And then you can always just ult back into the team fight on the other side of the map or whatever to your tunnels.
Yeah.
But as Rek'Sai, like, that's what you're doing. Early game, you're really, really strong. Like, level 6 onward, you're kind of team reliant, and your job is to just kind of peel backwards for your team. And then when people are low, you can, like, flash W to unburrow and, like, knock people up. You can E to catch people out, stuff like that. You have really good auto attack resets for the Titanic Hydra because you can auto attack, then you can immediately Q to reset your auto attack animation. You can E to do another reset, and then you can use the Titanic Hydra active.
I actually never knew Q was a attack reset.
I haven't played Rek'Sai in a while, but I think it is.
All right.
Let me check that to make sure. Like, play her in a custom game and just make sure I'm not telling you like shitty bad things. Because like I'm learning Rek'Sai on a Smurf right now, but like if you look at my games, I have like 3 games on her right now in my memory. so I don't have like 5,000 games on her like I do on Sejuani.
All right.
Also, the stream's recommending Volibear. Yeah, play him too. He's very strong.
I was fiddling around with Volibear. He seems okay.
But this would be a solid champ pool to learn. If you like Amumu, I recommend these 3. And if you like Amumu, I recommend these 3. And you can kind of build them and play them the same way. They're all Cinderhawk jungles. Like on these guys, you can build Doran's Ring on every one of them. Rammus, you don't really need to. He just needs armor to be strong. But yeah.
All right. The next one was kind of a similar question, but for mid lane, because I have that as like my off role. I don't know how much mid lane you really know, but like...
I know how to play it. I am bad at it. Like, if I practice, I'd probably be pretty good, but I just hate last hitting. I think it's boring.
Yeah, same. That's why I don't lane much. But like solid like mid laney champs for team fights, because that's generally what I like to play. I like to play bulkier team fighty champions.
Malzahar.
Malzahar?
It is the most easy lane to win because you can just E and then use your W. E is the dark visions or whatever the hell it's called that jumps to minions. Makes it very easy to last hit if you have bad mechanics like me. And then the W just sends 5 like voidlings out, right? And then they last hit for you too. And then you have your Q and your auto attack. It's very easy for you to just stay there. And there's a bunch of stuff built into his kit that makes him super tanky. Like his passive is like one of the most broken things in League.
Yeah, I hate that passive.
So that would be a good one. Stream is recommending Annie. That's actually another good one too because you can just farm with your Q and never run out of mana because it refunds Q. Malzahar, same kind of thing. I think his E refunds mana or something in his kit refunds mana when it kills stuff. Let me look at him. I started learning him because I'm like, wow, this is the easiest champ in the game to play right now, and he's way too strong and broken.
My friend is now low-key maining Malzahar. He thinks he's hot as shit.
Malefic visions, I'm sorry. But if the target dies during this time, they pass Malefic Visions onto the closest enemy, refreshing the duration and restoring 2% of Malzahar's maximum mana.
Oh wow.
So, like, if you just spam your E and kill things with it, like, you
Yeah.
never run out of mana. If you have Doran's Rings, you never run out of mana.
All right.
So you can do the same thing we talked about in the jungle. Buy 2 Doran's Rings and Malzahar, level your E first, murder things. You need 1 point of W, Q second, and then anytime the jungle comes, just, like, flash alt, and they die.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have good mechanics. And you're so tanky from this stupid passive that you just don't even have to be good at mid lane to be good at mid lane.
Yeah, I hated that passive as soon as I saw it in the, the big post they had.
So I would recommend him. Annie's also a good champion, a little more skill-based there, although she's still very easy to play.
Yeah.
So that'd be pretty rad. Someone's saying Ryze can one-shot him now. I have not played the new Ryze. I have no idea. I'm going to check him out after this coaching session.
Yeah, I heard the new Rise is kind of like supporty.
Yeah, like the ult does no damage. It just teleports your teammates like a quarter of the way across the map, right?
Yeah, it's a little zany.
So he's more like utility-based, sure, but...
Yeah. I used to main Rise back before his first big rework, the one they just got rid of. I used to love playing him, then they destroyed him for me. Anyway, the next big question, and the last one, is I have a big like, if my lanes are all pushed up, I always assume my laners are terrible, like 90% of the time. So I always want to gank for them, but most of the time they're pushed up. So how do I like lane gank properly? Because I always feel like I'm gonna screw it up.
If your laners are terrible, why are you ganking for them?
Well, mostly it's because I want to like take objectives off the board. Like I want to make sure like I have a clear shot at getting Dragon or Rift Herald. That's like 90% of the reason why I'll gank.
So you're saying,
Defense.
so you're saying you want to gank for them because you want to end the laning phase so they can stop being terrible in lane? I'm trying to understand. That's why I'm asking.
Well, if you put it that way, it doesn't sound that great. But I just like to take the objectives off the board so they can't like I won't be like near bot lane ganking or something.
What I'm saying is, why gank for a terrible player? Why give them gold if they're terrible?
Yeah, that's a good point. It was mostly just so I could. I mean, because in my opinion, like even an idiot can do well if they just have enough gold. That's the way I look at it.
But if you have a choice, like if they're all idiots, sure. I mean, whatever. But like if you have like some guy that has Challenger Smurf mechanics bot lane and you have an idiot top, which one are you going to gank for?
Yeah, that's true. I should probably be the other one.
Yes, so it's kind of a goofy way, but at the same time, I make
still.
that argument for giving Rift Herald to my top lane every game. So,
But still, the main thing is I need to learn how to lane gank better, regardless. Even if I am ganking for like the best person in the world.
cool.
Because I just don't know how to do it properly. I always feel like I'm screwing it up, or they know I'm there, or whatever.
So, who are you playing? Amumu?
Yeah.
Okay. So, which lane are we ganking, and who are we ganking for, and who are we ganking?
All right, let's just say top lane. I am ganking for Aurelia, and I am ganking a Darius.
Darius. Okay. First of all, that might be suicide.
Yeah.
But step one. Okay, the lane's pushed up, right? If it's pushed up, what you want to do is you want to sneak through here, and you want to get as far up as you can. And like a way to think about it, let's say this T was a minion. This is where the vision ends, pretty much. that
Okay.
the minions give. So you want to wait till it's here and just kind of sneak in there.
All right.
I would do that. Usually top lane doesn't ward the lane bushes, so this should be fine. And even if you're here, that's fine too.
All right.
Next step, what's one thing you're worried about, especially if you're ganking a freaking Darius?
If I'm ganking a Darius, I'm mostly worried about if he's level 6, I'm worried about a lot of things. But his Q.
If he's any level, what are you worried about?
I'll
I'll give you a hint, it's not Darius.
If I'm ganking for it, the enemy jungler,
Yeah, the enemy jungler. Where's the enemy jungler?
they're probably somewhere like nearby.
I agree, they are probably somewhere.
They're probably somewhere in between mid and top. I usually like to gank for Darius's.
So if a lane is pushed up, is the jungler more or less likely to gank that lane?
More likely.
More likely. So what do you need to know if you're going to do this properly?
Where the jungler is?
Where the jungler is. So how do you know where the jungler is?
Wards and like smiting their wolf and stuff like that.
So if I'm going to do this, first I'm going to set up. I remember last game you had a good pink ward here. You could smite the wolf like you said. That'll give you like the stupid spirit here. That'll tell you what half of the map they're on.
Yep.
So if you do something like that a minute before you do this, maybe you finish your clear, you're doing scuttle, like, oh, jungler's up here, I see them, they just try to gank mid and walk that way. Cool. Pink ward, smite wolf. back, go for that lane gank. Now, if they're not here, where are they probably?
If they're not over in their bot side, they're probably in their top side.
Cool. And Irelia's pushed up for a Darius who's super scary, right?
Yep.
So what are they probably going to do?
They're probably going to go in for a gank.
What's their gank route? Let's say they're like here. Which
If
way are
they're
they going to
go? Probably through...
Are they going to lane gank?
No, they're definitely not lane ganking. They're probably going to go through try, or if she wants to take it longer to make sure that's not warded, she can just go all the way around.
If she goes through try, Irelia can just jump to a minion and walk away. Or flash, right? And I don't know who this jungler is. That matters too.
Let's just tell her Kindred.
Kindred, sure. So if Kindred is going to gank, she's probably going to do something like this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you need to do to figure out if she's going to do that?
Probably have their try warded.
Yep, I would ward their try. So that's step one. I would do something like this. And have Irelia help you too.
Yeah.
Like you're not the one warding this because you're trying to lane gank, right? And if you do this and then go into lane, I wonder where Amumu is. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
But this is what you need set up. So before the lane gank happens, be like, Irelia, ward try for me so I can lane gank and get you a kill. And make sure you say and get you a kill so she knows that, oh, warding so I can get a kill. Good. I'm going to get... Otherwise, they're just going to be like, no, F you. So you want something like this, and that's just to see the enemy jungler coming. So let's say, you're setting up for this lane gank, you don't see the enemy jungler. Mm-hmm. You're good to go.
All right.
But, and what I mean by good to go, how is this going to work? Like, Darius probably going to engage on the Irelia. What's she going to do?
If she knows I'm there, which, she probably should, she's probably just going to try to stun him to set up,
As soon as she stuns him, what are you going to do?
Bandage in.
Bandage in. And now, normally I say wait to bandage, but
if
he's stunned,
frozen.
Just chain your CC together, burn his flash or whatever. If you have ult, cool. Bandage in right when it's about to end. Ult, have your W going the entire time, be Eing whenever it's off cooldown. So that's perfect. Hopefully you can just murder him real quick before he can heal up.
All right.
Now let's say the other thing. Let's say, this is happening, you're waiting in this bush, you see the Kindred just walking this way. What do you do?
If I see her coming in, I'll probably just kind of wait for her to engage or blow something, then hop in.
What level is everybody?
Let's just say everyone's level 6 right now.
Okay, what I recommend doing, jump on the Kindred and try to burst her.
Okay, so she can't do her ult.
So she jumps in. Darius is probably back here. There are minions in his way, so he's going to get creep blocked. He might be distracted a little. He might be baiting, waiting for Kindred to get into position. So what you want to do is have Irelia jump on the Kindred. Kindred's probably full health. Irelia's probably lower health, so she'll get the stun. Q. And then when Darius gets in range, you ult to keep him away. And then you just burst the Kindred. And if she blows her ult, just back up.
All right.
Because I'm not sure if you guys win this fight. It depends how low the Darius is and stuff. So it's kind of a judgment call. But you're looking to counter gank in that situation. If it's something, if she's level 5, you just jump on her and kill her.
All right.
Make sense?
Makes sense. Yep, makes sense to me.
So steps, figure out where the enemy jungler is. If the enemy jungler's bot, just jump on that Darius. Wait for Irelia to engage. Just blow his flash, kill him, maybe tower dive him if he gets super low, something like that, okay?
All right. And that was all my questions.
All right, nice. Another thing, let's talk about another lane too, just because I don't want to leave you hanging.
Okay.
Let's say you're ganking bot lane. Mid, it's harder to lane gank unless you have like a Malzahar or something, or you're playing Pantheon, Yeah. But let's say you're ganking for bot, and you're lane ganking, so that means they're pushed up like this. What do you need to know?
Same thing as before, where the jungler is.
Where the jungler is, so that's key. And you probably want wards like here, maybe here.
Yeah.
Something like that, right? If they can jump over walls, maybe here too.
Yeah.
If it's a Rek'Sai, if there's a Bard support, maybe here. Bard support because, this is like every Bard's wet dream, the magical journey, right? If it's a Rek'Sai, she can jump over that wall too. But something like that, something like this. These are good 90% of the time. What else do you need to know? So where the jungler is, this tells you that.
Yep. I need to know if they put wards in the bot side bushes, which is pretty common.
So first step when you're farming Krugs, is bot warded? Where are the wards bot?
All right, so...
And another thing too, like you can count the support's wards. Like if they're like, well, Try and Dragon is warded. and they only have sight stones because they're like level 4 and haven't had enough gold to buy or I'm sorry, yellow trinkets because they're level 4 and haven't had time to buy a sight stone yet. You're like, okay, well their wards are down here, there's probably not a ward in this bush.
Yeah.
Another thing you can do, you can drop your pink ward here just to see if it's warded, because sometimes your teammates are bad and aren't tracking wards, and if it's warded, just back off. Now you haven't wasted that much time, and now you're not getting baited.
Yeah. All right.
Another thing you can do, remember when the wards die, they leave that little bit of debris.
Yep.
If you notice that there are 2 spots in this bush, might be warded, probably warded,
Yeah.
right?
Likely chance.
But what you want to do, the same kind of thing, just kind of sneak up here. If you know there aren't wards, like if you're duo with the AD carry or something, like just sneak up here. And then you're waiting for the lane to push back out.
Yeah.
And probably what'll happen is the support will just walk into this bush, because why would an Amumu be there, right?
Yeah.
So what you want to do is when that happens, depending on who the support is, if it's someone squishy, just kill the support.
All right.
If it's not, AD carry is probably walking here. You can do your cute little alt flash thing, Q to the AD carry, burn them, blow their summoners, something like that, right? But that's probably what we're doing.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yep, that was pretty much everything I wanted to cover.
So where's the enemy jungle? Where are the wards? Because bot lane, they actually have wards. They have 2 people warding. They have a sight stone.
Yep.
And then, just wait for an opportunity, because the whole point of lane ganking is to catch people off guard. So probably the last thing is you're waiting for your teammates to bait or set you up, and you're waiting for a key cooldown to happen on an enemy ability. So maybe Darius, like if you're ganking for him, you wait for his spin, which heals him, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Or you're waiting for his hook. I don't know.
Just something.
Just something.
Everything is scary on a Darius.
Yeah, because if he's on cooldown, then you don't have to worry about it for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
All right. Good?
I think I'm good.
Awesome. All right, play some more games. Work on the stuff we talked about. The main thing that you can work on that is the easiest thing in the universe is just your build.
Yeah. So, try to pretty much all the time go for the double Dorans.
On Amumu, yeah, it's broken. Like, just do it.
Okay. So would I do that on, I'm going to be learning Sejuani, so would I do that on Sejuani as well?
Yes, do it on
So
Gragas.
so build her pretty much like Amumu, in a sense?
You can play Sejuani the exact same way you play Amumu. It's just a little bit harder because your ult's harder to land.
Alright, would I do, I'd go Leandries as well, right?
I would go Leandries on Sejuani. You don't need a Rylai's.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, well, thank you. I went up 2 divisions since in between our first session in this. So
Nice.
hopefully by the next time, if I make another session, I'll be flat.
And other homework too. Yeah, hopefully you do. Change your settings to super low. Make the map bigger. Other homework. Always invade with your team level 1.
Always invade with team level 1.
Always.
Gotta do that.
And 10% of the time it might backfire in your face, but that means 90% of the time it doesn't.
Yeah. I'm in the... I kind of been thinking ever since I started playing, I usually don't invade ever because I'm a Mumu. So unless I have a Blitzcrank or something, I usually don't invade. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing that.
But that game we just watched, you had a Braum. That's just a
Yeah.
free kill. It's not hard to land 3 autos after he marks someone with his Q, right?
Yeah.
So there we go. But I definitely recommend doing that because 30% of the time you're gonna get first blood. Another maybe another 20% of the time you burn a flash or a key summoner on the enemy team, and 100% of the time you're going to get wards in the enemy jungle. That gives you information you can use.
All right. Sounds
Cool.
good. Sounds good.
All right, but do that. Learn these guys. Just pick somebody
All right,
you
will
like. Just Google how do I play Malzahar or watch Last Shadow's stream. He plays Malz a lot because it's just a broken champion if it's up. So
Yeah, that's true.
it's super easy to play him.
All right.
All right, good.
I'm good. All right. I'll probably schedule another lesson with you in another couple weeks.
Yeah, wait a week or two. Practice a little,
Yeah.
and what you'll notice is a lot of the problems we saw that game we were watching is because your build was bad. Like that one throw at Baron was, if you had a little more damage, Shin just would have died.
Yeah.
So if you had built that Leandries first, if you had an extra Doran's ring, he would have died, and then Vayne didn't flash, and then you don't pick a bad team fight, then you don't lose Baron, then you don't throw 10,000 gold or whatever you did.
Yeah.
So again, fix your build first because it's the easiest thing to fix. And then what'll happen is the other problems will become more apparent. Then we can focus more on decision making. Because right now, a lot of your other problems, your errors, in your logic and strategy, they're being masked just because your build is so shitty. So
Okay.
fix that first. It's super easy. You can do it. I believe in you. You'll be up in plat, and then the players will be better, and they'll be shitting on you for other errors, and then we can work on that.
All right, sounds good.
And again, you've improved a lot. Like those flash alts were really nice. They were really smooth. And by flash alt, I mean alt and then flash immediately to cancel the animation. That was pretty. You had some nice ganks. You were landing Qs left and right. It was solid.
Is there anything you can do like that on Sedge, by the way?
Yeah.
With like flashing in between?
Same kind of thing with the alt flash. You alt and then you flash immediately to cancel your animation. When you Q, you can flash mid Q to extend the Q, catch people off guard. When they're bopped up by the Q, it's a free alt. So if you're trying to execute someone, that's a fantastic combo.
Right.
W is an auto attack animation. That's about it. And because like literally every ability except for her W is crowd control, you don't need to worry about buying a Rylai's or a Frozen Heart on her if you want the double burn from Leandri's. So.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
All right. Cool.
All right. Cool. All right. I'll talk to you later, man.
Yeah, for sure. Good luck, man. Keep climbing.
Will do. Hopefully.
All right. Bye.
Later.